AK at 3 now as well.
Oh my God! What is that?
Back into another day of ANZ Champs, and we are halfway through, although we'll see whether or not we are really at the halfway point or if we're kind of already past it. Maybe we're not even there yet. We don't really know when it comes to ANZ Champs this season. It has always been a surprise. Every single match, some very quick, some very, very long. But we do have Chiefs out of the way, and they're through in the lower bracket over Paradox at 2-1. Even despite the fact that they do lose their own map pick of Nuke, they've gotten that done. Now we look into the future, of course. Another matchup for us, Rooster and a Wide Swing. Pretty strange one on paper, and a very different one, I feel as though, from what we saw in that first matchup.
Yeah, but I think it's pretty fair to say that Rooster, if you look at their runs in ANZ Champs, some of the series that they played, you look at their run in MDL, they probably should be by far the favourite in this series here.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you as well, but that doesn't necessarily always mean it's going to be the case. I would have thought that they would have been the favourite against Airborne, and they didn't win that series.
That's true. You make a fair point there, Jordan.
It's ANZ Champs Season 10.
I was going to say, heading into this, do you know what's going on? But then you just hit me with that banger, so, you know.
Yeah, I know what's going on. Sometimes. Look, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. That's really the crux of it. When it comes to this season of ANZ Champs, there has been so many curveballs that have been thrown at us. So I'm not sure that it's fair to say that either of us really know what on earth is going to happen in this series. But I guess it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, if we're going to break it down, at the end of the day, I think I have a little bit more faith in the Airborne roster. No dancing.
Okay, I thought we were breaking it down.
Than I do in the Wide Swing boys to be able to take a series off Rooster. Yep. You know, looking at those two games head to head, comparing the series side by side, I think I wouldn't be too surprised to see a roster like Airborne win a map like this or a match like this, whereas Wide Swing, look, you know, they won that last series, but past that, hey, how much are they really going to be able to do? They Panic played pretty well. Obviously, All Might was absolutely on fire against iSleep, and obviously you had Iron, you know, rolling back the form a little bit. So
we have some insights here into the Rooster roster. That's a bit of a mouthful, the Rooster roster. Chelios has been a little bit quiet this season, at least compared to...
Been quiet in general, last couple of months.
Yeah, and quiet compared to 2019, where he was kind of the talk of the town. He was the new guy on the block that everyone was talking about.
Yep. Kind
of just another guy now.
Yeah, he's just another guy. It's really been Juices and Netic. Netic slowed down a little bit as well. Danny G, your favourite player.
Yep.
Has been up and down as well. A little bit inconsistent, but he definitely has big maps. I feel like it's a little bit more well-rounded, you know? It's a bit different to that old MLW roster where it felt like it was like 2.5 players sort of dragging you through games. You'd have Smooth Krim and Chelios, and then sometimes JD chime in a little bit, whereas this roster feels like it's a bit more well-rounded in terms of the firepower.
I gotta say, I kind of miss that though. Like, I kind of miss that old MLW roster, just watching some of their games.
Can Chelios, every pre-analysis show segment with Chelios in the server, can Chelios 40 bomb again for the 5th week in a row?
that was entertaining viewing. I don't know, maybe there is some sort of glimpse of that still yet available. He's had his good moments this season, but I don't think he's been anywhere near up to what we saw in 2019, which is fair enough, because those were pretty unreasonable numbers to be hitting consistently. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I don't mind the look of this Rooster roster, and I also think that they probably do go into this matchup as the favourites. I just think they're kind of like the Wide Swing roster, but a little bit better. And we'll take a look at the Wide Swing roster here as well.
Yeah, I would agree with you. That's the way I would put it. They're everything that Wide Swing is, but better. In my opinion, you know, this Wide Swing roster, honestly, looking at the matches against iSleep, All Might fragged up a Storm, Iron definitely had his moments. Plix was silently plugging away, putting up good numbers. Panic was doing some good stuff with the AWP. Valhalla didn't see many players because usually they were mostly dead.
Yeah.
Or he was anchoring a bomb site, but didn't really blow me away, to be honest.
No, I wasn't blown away by Valhalla either, which is maybe a little bit of an unfair statement. First game into ANZ Champs. You can't expect too much, but I thought he had a bit of a rough one. Iron certainly was the standout. Panic did pretty well with the AWP as well. You know, we were making all those jokes about primary AWPing and that kind of thing. Seems like he is the primary AWPer for this roster. And I thought he did a pretty reasonable job.
Was he just dropped it to All Might on Dust 2, and then All Might just went and
That's
ran
true,
over
that's
the
true. But like when he had the AWP, he was okay.
Yeah. When he had the AWP and All Might wasn't killing the entire.
To be fair,
team.
most of the time on Dust 2 it was a double AWP, so
yeah.
All Might was still the secondary AWP, even if he was the guy that was getting all of the kills.
That's fair.
By and large, you know, not a bad game from Wide Swing there against iSleep, but
No.
iSleep, to be fair, one of the weaker teams in this competition. They did go out in 2 games, which is pretty much, well, they're the only team that's gone out in 2 games. Every other team's been able to play more, now with Airborne making that great run through the upper bracket. So I'm not sure how many conclusions you really want to draw for Wide Swing from that game. I don't really want to draw too many. I think that Rooster's going to be a team to really bully them around a little bit here. Unless Wide Swing comes in with a really, really good night tonight, I'd probably be looking towards a 2-0 for
Yeah, I
Rooster
think
here.
they need to get in early off the bat, right? They need to really come into the series and get off to a good start. The individuals really need to be turning up because Rooster's the better team on paper here, and in recent form and results, there's a lot more to go off to say that Rooster should be winning this series.
Yeah, absolutely. That said, you know, you do look at that Wide Swing roster and you think there's individuals there that can totally turn a game on its head based on some
I'd
performances.
say just as talented across the board and more experienced.
Yeah, but maybe not as consistent. I don't know. Panic, I feel, is generally a very, very consistent player.
Yeah.
I very rarely see him have a bad game.
I think it's about, you know, chemistry and tenure, to be honest.
Yeah,
you know,
they
they just don't have as many games in their roster.
Yeah, they certainly don't.
Don't have as many officials.
Either way, we do have to also start thinking about the maps here. I don't know if there's any curveballs that you want to sort of throw in the mix before we do bring the vetoes up.
I don't think.
Or is there?
I don't think
does
the
it really
vetoes-
matter?
It would matter if Rooster was the kind of team that cared about getting an outside shot at, you know, going a little bit wider on the veto. If they're going to do something like that, I'd expect them to go towards an overpass or something, to be honest, because they've shown quite a lot of promise on that map in the last couple of competitions. So if they first pick an overpass, then maybe they're going to look to go wider on the map pool. But I think this is a series where they just... We play a couple maps and
Straight
they run at each other, and we'll
Mirage
see who
Dust
wins.
2 Inferno. Let's
Yeah.
see. Let's bring it up and have a look at the vetoes here. Nuke's gone. Dust 2's gone. So that's a little bit of a surprise, I suppose, from Rooster.
Well, that was Wide Swing's best map.
Correct.
So.
A map that Wide Swing do like to play a little bit, so that's out of the picture. What are the first 2 maps going to be? Mirage, Inferno, no real surprises there. So I don't think that's even really worth
The
talking
third
about.
map's going
unless
to
you
be
wanna
interesting, though,
add
whether
something.
we go towards a train or we go towards the other one.
It's
we're
the other
going
one.
towards
It's overpass.
I think that's a good veto, honestly, for Rooster, all things considered.
Okay.
End of the day, though, they're giving themselves an opportunity to get 2-0'd here by not picking into overpass, because we could have just... We honestly could have just moved the map ordering around in
Yeah, it
this
could be
series.
Mirage overpass.
That,
Inferno.
it literally would be Mirage overpass Inferno. I don't think that Wide Swing's going to go towards anything but Inferno if it's left towards the end of the map pool there. So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a bit of a miss veto from Rooster, because they're giving themselves an opportunity to get 2-0'd before they go to play overpass a map that they look quite strong against
I mean,
Skyfire
obviously
on.
they just feel a little bit more comfortable on Inferno. They back themselves a little bit more on Inferno.
Yeah, that's fine, but also they're picking it against Wide Swing into a map that they can probably play decently, rather than overpass where they'll probably, you know, they could potentially run into more difficulties.
Does it really change your prediction, though?
It doesn't change my prediction, but I would feel a little bit safer saying that Rooster's not going to get 2-0'd if Wide Swing come blasting out of the gates. Because overpass is a bit of a momentum breaker. Say you get absolutely blasted on Mirage, Wide Swing's pick, right? And then you're going on to Inferno, another map where they can sort of pug it out a little bit more, and they played it a couple times, they got a couple reps in, rather than you get blasted on Mirage and you go into an overpass, a map that you played pretty well recently and the other team might not have as many reps on. It just breaks up the momentum a little bit more, rather than giving you that in to get 2-0'd.
Either way, this is where we are at. The likelihood of a 2-0 coming out tonight for Wide Swing, I think, is probably not all that massive. We'd have to see a few of their members, probably a large majority of their members firing on all cylinders to have a good night and be able to do that. I'd be looking at Iron, I'd be looking at Panic, I'd be looking at All Might to be the 3 to sort of lead from the front there. And you'd have to see that across 2 maps, which, you know, we don't always get. Like, All Might was great last week on Dust 2, and he sort of took that form into the 3rd map as well, but wasn't as good. And then Panic was good in the 1st map, but then in the 2nd and 3rd map, he was just a little bit more on par. So it's kind of a case of having all of these guys.
That's what you're going to get.
Time.
There's no consistency in a mixed team. You know, you're always going to be moving people around in different positions. On every map, you're not necessarily going to get your most comfortable spot. Whereas in a more traditional sort of framework of a team, you have players who play specific roles. You have players who are given more emphasis to more comfortable positions.
Yeah.
And then you have players who, you know, take the back burner a little bit and learn to play those a little bit more efficiently, a little bit better. But in this case, You don't learn to play those more efficiently and more better in those anchor and supportive positions because you're just a mixed team and you probably don't have as many reps in.
80% for Rooster is the community vote, which you
I
can
think
get
that's fair.
involved in on Twitter, ESL Australia. Have a look and see if you can catch up with one of the votes. There's no more left for tonight, but tomorrow we'll be back again and you can get in on that one. 80% though for Rooster is a pretty big number. Yeah, I'd probably lean towards Rooster. Maybe, I mean, maybe not quite to that extent. I'd be looking maybe 75, 70%.
I reckon 80-20 is fair.
But they're definitely up there. So Rooster off onto the CT side here on Mirage, and we'll see how things start off. Obviously, a bit of an AWPer's playground, so we will keep an eye on Chelios and see what he's going to be able to do. Interestingly enough.
Panic.
And Panic, the
Can't
primary
forget
AWPer.
the primary AWPer of Panic.
P for Panic, the primary AWPer.
It's in the first two letters of the name, PA.
Yep.
Primary AWPer. Push on underpass. First duel of the match goes towards All Might. Not a player that Rooster would be feeling too happy about if he gets rolling. Push into A ramp from Nedic in response to losing that first pick. Potentially could be punished by Plix here.
Yeah, a little exchange of damage goes pretty evenly. I guess for Rooster right now, it's a game of wait and see. A little bit of a push from ADK up to short, but aside from that, there's not much information there for the CT side. Although it could be pretty critical information actually, because Wide Swing does look like they're going to go through connector into A. And he might be able to find 1 or 2 kills if they walk up connector. Which they're going to do. He's going to spot them. USP not quite landing the headshots that it needs, but certainly softening some of those targets up. Maybe the guys on A can take advantage of that. Juices is going to grab one, but too many angles to watch, and he will eventually fall. So looks like any damage that could have potentially been done by Rooster probably falls by the wayside. I might have spoken too soon, though. ADK's gotten 2 out of nowhere, and Danny G from CT Spawn gets 1 more. Bomb plant's not even down, and all of a sudden Wide Swing are now in a massive deficit.
No armor on Plix here.
Danny G's position is known. So Plix is going to go on the aggressive. Good shot, good headshot, but he needs 1 more of those. ADK has been pretty clean here as well, and we'll see how this one goes. 6 HP for Plix is just not going to be enough to hold on against ADK. Rooster will win the round. That's weird. I thought that was going to be Wide Swing sort of walking it in once they got up connector, but apparently not.
Those opening picks, but just a bit of a misplay to plant open for short and not cover that correctly. Do lose that bomb, and then the subsequent player up top of connector. And from there, it really just fell apart. Here it was. ADK picks up All Might. He's planting open on triple. Valhalla's not covering him correctly. Gets 1 beat. Danny G off the back of that aggro being drawn towards short. Pokes out, get himself a kill, and ADK closes it out in the 2-on-1.
Bit of utility invested into the round for Wide Swing. It's not quite going to go where it needed to. So no damage done to Rooster off the back of those nades. A little more reserve from Rooster in this round, back into the bomb sites, and the only one that's sort of out, having a bit of a look at the moment is Chelios, who peeks off the back of a flash into a ramp.
Looking for damage here on Wide Swing. Bunch of upgraded pistols. Danny G's on the line. Your favourite player, Jordan. Been dinked.
No, it doesn't matter. 2 kills, bomb spotted. Back up there from ADK. It's looking pretty good for Rooster here. Iron does manage to grab a kill onto Chelios, but all said and done, you're happy with that round as Rooster. They take 4 guns through, one of them being the M4. Wide Swing, so far, haven't really been able to put any numbers on the board.
Fly up from the T's. Very limited utility. Iron's AWPing. Glass cannon, which is interesting. Had the spawn for mid. See if he's going to get himself a freebie here. Does get flashed. Might have even been a team flash as his push goes into connector. T's 1-3-1ing it. Valhalla picks up Chell. Plix about to push into Danny G. Easy pick for the man. ADK trying to hunt him down. Does get taken out. Plix looking sharp as ever. 2 for him into a 4-on-2 now. 5-on-2 rather.
Wow, that is a bit of a turnaround, isn't it? Juices, I mean, you're not going to get anything done here, right? From us.
Much to be done. Essentially, that's just wide swing, running a bit of a slower round, a 1-3-1. They see Rooster going for a bit of a push into underpass, and they just respond accordingly.
That's really rough for Rooster. Their money sucks. Why does their money suck so much? They didn't really lose anything on the anti-eco.
Would have to go back and look at their buys a little bit closer. Probably just a bit of mismanagement of the money.
Only able to get 2 M4s here. This is CT economy, and it just sucks. Anyway, Chelios with the scout, 0-3 so far. Hasn't gotten himself into this series all that much. And won't be doing so in this round either. It's Iron this time that's taking the AWP. Whether that was a spawn-based thing, or if that's going to be for the rest of the time. I eagerly await to see. Primary AWP Iron.
I mean, I said I wouldn't be surprised to see him do it the other night. You get to see it though.
It's a really nicely timed peek from Nedic, but eventually got chased down by Panic. Just another rough-looking round here for Rooster, where they've lost players early on and don't really have the weaponry to properly challenge. M4s are well, alive, but only a couple of them. Danny G rotating across with a UMP. Not a gun you see every day these days.
I'm getting planted for triple.
Not sure how this is going to work with all three coming CT spawn direction. Danny G does trade one down. Smoke is going to get thrown onto the bomb. Maybe if someone can cross, maybe if someone can dive on that bomb, but it really does seem unlikely at this point for Rooster. ADK tries to slide away into CT spawn, but he won't get out, which means only the 1 M4 will be taken through to next round. And Wide Swing get their second.
Easy as you like in both of those rounds. Looking pretty good on the T-side of Mirage here. Just slow and steady stuff from them. Pretty simplistic CS, but it's effective. Holding the lines. Couple of simple bits of util to head out into the late round with. Now panic swapping. What do you think of that?
Well, he's the primary AWPer after all.
Oh, they're swapping it back. Iron was going to swap it back with him.
That didn't really work out too nicely on the timing, I'm sure. Danny G, the only M4 in the round, has gotten 2 kills. If he can get Val here, which is not a bad shout if he has the timing, hasn't lost any HP here, Danny G. Like, this is a winnable round for Rooster. Unfortunately, they can't retrieve any of the guns. And he gets another one onto Valhalla. Now, like, it's just slowly starting to fall apart for Wide Swing.
Look at it. Look at him. He's going over to B now.
Is this the ace for Danny G? The man. The myth.
The gamer.
The legend. We can call him Daddy G after this round if he wins.
Don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
Alright, just because he hasn't had you as his profile pick.
What is this profile pic today?
I don't know. I'm sure MC can find out for us later on. All Might and Plex. A lot of utility there for the T's, but not a lot of time. Juices is going to be difficult to deal with unless someone throws a molly in his direction. It's like a smoke here for Palace, I was going to say, but it ends up being the molly. 2 smokes go down. ADK can creep up. He could deny the bomb plant here, and he will. Which makes life so easy for Juices, although he has been spotted around the smoke. I think he's done enough to win the round now, and he certainly has. All Might's not going to do anything, and Juices takes his head off anyway. 3-2. Rooster should have never won that round, but they do. And so Wide Swing are back to square one.
Danny G. Absolute gamer. 8-2. Drops the AWP to Chelios. Easy peasy.
Yeah, great round from Danny G. Daddy G. He's won the round for the team. Danny G or Manny G? Oh, it's still Mac.
Almost expect him to change it every game, but
Bad
he
luck.
hasn't changed it.
Maybe next week, Billy. Chelios.
Vintage.
That's a scary prospect for wide swing.
Doesn't matter who's going to be primary or Ping Jordan.
Doesn't matter if Chelios is on the other team.
That's it.
Oh, we're sort of back to where we were at this stage of the last round for wide swing as well, where they tried to take mid control. They've lost 2 players, and now they're sort of just milling around trying to figure out what on earth do we do now?
Well, in the last 2 gun rounds, a lot of these kills were coming to them. Now they have lost early advantages and have to respond. It looks like it's not going as well for them.
Damn. Hello. Oh, hello.
Okay, he
Oh.
was 0-4.
I'm liking it.
Now he's 4-4. He's 4-0-4 because wide swing is not found.
Don't mind if I do.
So quick one out of Palace. Will be Chelios on the retake. Oh, he's copped a lot of damage.
Ian does at least manage to run down Chelios, but really give too much semblance of hope into the round here for wide swing. Another kill, but the reinforcements have arrived. The HE nade going to throw in the direction of Iron. Unless he goes ballistic here with the AWP, he should be double peaked and should just die. 80k's head spotted. It's a game of whack-a-mole right now, and Iron's not very good at it.
It's a bit too slow.
Look, he's not a primary AWPer, so you can give him a break. Aim punch getting a little bit the better of him there. So that's 5-2 for Rooster. All of a sudden, the scoreline has really ballooned out.
Now another buy here for wide swing. Pretty limited on the util. Quick smokes into middle. Juices missing a shot towards A ramp, goes down for free. Was a double AWP from Rooster. 2 instantly got back though. Chelios on the quick rotation in from jungle. This is vintage form from the man, and of course he dives through the smoke.
Why not? Yes, let's get a little bit more of this back in ANZ champs. I love to see it. Rooster up 6-2. I mean, these rounds are over in the blink of an eye. Chelios is
It
back.
was a 5-on-4. Juices went down for free, and then all of a sudden, it's like an explosion of frags.
Chelios is back. At least for 8 rounds so far. I guess really it's only been like 4 or 5.
I mean, he was 0-4, now he's 8-5, so
I'll take it.
he's 8-1 in the last
Take it. If he goes 0-4 every game and then starts playing like this, I'll take that. Well, it's Juices this time with the AWP that might be the one to wreak some havoc for wide swing. Nedic tapping away at a head. Again, the whack-a-mole games continue. And Danny G will deal with Valhalla. Oh, man, this is just a clinic. Wide swing. A walk into the crosshairs of Rooster. There's another round, Pilly. Don't even worry about it. 30 seconds, it's gone. We're up to 7-2.
I'm not worried.
And we were right when we were like, this is going to be the complete opposite of that first match. That first match, every single round was like down to 20 seconds left. This is like 1 minute and a half still on the clock. Nah, round's over. I don't care. I'm walking into the bomb site.
Pretty straightforward. Just have a fist fight every round and see who comes out ahead.
pistol round only for wide swing here, but it doesn't seem like it'll make too much of a difference to the playstyle of Rooster, who continue to eagerly await the challenge of these coming tees. It's interesting, isn't it? Wide swing play slower on their pistols than they do with the gun rounds.
Yeah, in the last couple, they were pretty slow on those first two.
Yeah.
Look at Danny G. He's a high roller. He's gonna have 16k if they win this one. Never mind. But the Eagles are doing work, Jordan. It's getting scary. It's getting dangerous. Both these AWPers are getting low.
Dangerous. Who is it? Juices on A with an AWP. 30 HP though. He has to play safe in the CT spawn. Yeah, I mean, I can see this going the way of Rooster, actually. Of wide swing. 80k could be the difference maker, though. If he gets the timing here onto All Might, which he will just... Oh! It forces him into the Chelios line, but... Oh, okay. Chelios is going to have a big balls gameplay and actually walk straight through the murder hole. I can't believe it. 9 seconds left on the clock as the bomb plant does go down. Juices is still holding the CT angle. 2 CTs from Connector. 80k has full HP, so that is really the saving grace here for Rooster. If at least he can trade down for Chelios. And Chelios, he doesn't even need trading, man. He's hitting everything. I wouldn't have been surprised to see him get flicks there as well, but man, Chelios walking out of Connector and hitting that shot is just unbelievable. It's a little bit closer than you'd have liked it to have been for Rooster, but 8-2. And Chelios is just banging players everywhere out of the server.
Banging.
Banging, banging.
Even Danny G.
Banging and danging. And changing. Changing for Chelios, danging for Danny.
I thought it was Jangin for Juices.
No, changing. Changing for Chelios.
And 80k's there too.
Banging. Yeah, look, it's all happening for Rooster. This is the peak Rooster. This is like 5 AM crowing outside Elfish Guy's window Rooster in Auburn. Got some bad memories. So it seems wide swing might slow things down a little bit. Try and change the pace up. That's a missed molly.
It's not going well for wide swing anymore.
No.
Bit of damage exchange back and forth. Wide swing, they've got mid control, but mid is not the bomb site. Seconds. Danny G flanks in through underpass.
Not a bad flash into short, actually, from Rooster. But Val does manage to get Nedic. I'm not sure that's going to help too much, though. Chelios! I was waiting for a call-out, but unfortunately All Might push a little bit too far forward. 9-2, the scoreline. Rooster continue on their merry way. And unfortunately for wide swing, even despite the fact that they now have that massive loss bonus and they are continuing to get those buys through, doesn't really seem to make much of a difference to the end of the round.
No, because they lose.
They do. Couldn't not have put it better myself.
They just keep losing. Two and three split between mid and A. For wide swing, they don't have a whole lot of util. Panic just goes down and connected for free, trying to crab walk through the smoke. It's just demolition. Every round. Wide swing try to get control anywhere and get absolutely smacked.
Yeah. It just is what it is, Pilly. That's what this match is. It's quite strange, isn't it? Although I suppose we sort of expected something like this. Bomb spotted. Nedic is just going to lock it down, and Plex will look to get any semblance of something done here for Wide Swing, which won't really happen. Let's have a look at the kills here for Wide Swing. 5, 4, 5. So 10, 14, 18, 26 in 12 rounds total. That's just over 2 a round. That's not very good. They need to kill some people more. I think that's how they win, Pilly. I think if they shoot Rooster and kill them, they might have a better chance of winning the round.
Aim at head.
Shoot him in the head.
Jordan, I don't think they're taking your advice.
Well, they can't. They don't have the proper guns. That's what I'm hearing on the radio. We can't do it. Don't have enough guns. Over.
Do you just embrace the cringe sometimes?
Sometimes. You know, like, what else am I supposed to do right now? I'm not sure. It's 11 to 2. I've said everything that I've got to say.
Use some broadcasting experience. I just don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Do we need a replay? Do we need it?
I mean, every single round really has just been a replay, hasn't it? You just watch this map, it's one giant replay.
Same thing's happening again and again. Can't argue with that. Now we've got the third different person AWPing.
Big contest into mid. This grenade's going to do a chunk of damage onto Iron, but the flash is good. Medic's better. Valhalla's even better. 80k! Even better. Can you believe it? If you could believe it. What a crazy trade that was in mid.
Who's the best, though? That's what we're here to find out. It's not Plex.
Yeah, it's not Plex. Actually, B-site looking a little bit compromised right now. All might able to walk up.
No, it's not.
Mate, they just charged
Who's
in.
here?
Nah, Danny G, no chance.
What?
No chance. All might.
When did you become such a Danny G hater?
He just changed his
Watch him 3K.
profile picture to match.
Watch him 3K.
Nah,
Watch this.
watch All Might just B-hop out of it.
Easy, there's a freebie.
No. All Might's going to kill him.
He's dead.
I'm just
How is
waiting.
he going to kill him?
No. See, All Might killed him. Good job, All Might.
2-on-2. Decent utility for the T's here. 80k and Juices trying to make a retake happen. Panic swings out. Good timing, but doesn't convert.
Yeah, I mean, why not try to make a retake happen right now? I'm sure Juices would probably prefer a rifle at this point. So they're going to send 80k first. Don't know that he's going to get across here, though. Panic has spotted him. Swings onto Plix. That's a pretty critical frag. Oh! Well, I lied. I thought 80k wasn't even going to get across, but it was, in fact, Wide Swing that weren't going to get anything done. And 12-2-2 is the score. And I'm going to go ahead and make a guess that I think we're going to see a 13-2, Billy.
Crazy prediction. Can't believe you didn't believe in Danny G. Just a hater. Alrighty. Back to Iron on the ult. We're promoting and demoting. It's time for your performance review. We were talking about that earlier.
Yep. Well, Chelios is his performance review for today has been very good, as far as I'm concerned.
Do we do them daily? Damn.
Well, we do.
What a workplace.
We do for when Chelios finally starts playing the game again.
Yeah, but even him, like, playing badly is still above average. Now him playing good, it's like, well, that's how you end up with these scorelines.
Nicely timed Incendiary goes into a ramp, but Rooster might be in a lot of bother here. Chelios does just manage to grab the one on the trade. This is the first time that Wine Swings looked a little bit menacing walking into the A-bomb site, but they do still have to deal with Netic, who's got a flashbang in hand, decides to chuck that in, and elects to rotate all the way into CT spawn to help out his buddy Danny G. ADK is locking down the cross from Connector, and Netic with the SG just doesn't quite manage to catch Plix.
Do they go B now? Nope.
Oh, Iron's quite low. This could be two for Daddy G. It is. The Manny G, the Daddy G, has found a couple of kills. Valhalla in a 1 vs 2 does manage to deal with Danny G, but still needs to catch Netic, who now has a defuse kit. And could actually just jump on the bomb at this point, but has decided not to. Have to expect Valhalla coming from Connector here, and Netic certainly is. It's a tough one to win here for Netic. He has to try and push forward and challenge. He'll get the Angel victory, and he'll get Rooster another round. That is a 13-2 half, and that is the most one-sided half that I have seen in this season of ANZ Champs, Pilly.
We've seen a couple like this, but not as one-sided in the fashion. We've seen, 13-2. We've seen 12 threes from Order. But you might be right.
Yeah.
13-2. That might be the new record
for this season. Did we see a 14-1? Was that this season?
Yeah, Order 16-1, remember?
Right. That feels like so long ago. That would have been in like week 1 or 2.
It's been so many rounds.
So many.
Between them and now.
Parched. Water. I need water.
Need some dare.
Yeah. Dare iced coffee. Well, looks like we're heading into the second half.
Don't think we'll get a whole nother half.
No, I'm not sure there's going to be too much.
30.
Tell you what though, time to take a look back at the first half with the Western Union money tracker, and we'll keep an eye on the money that's been coming in and going out for both of the teams. Valhalla being the one to pick up the most, and Panic spending the most. You can track and transfer all the way with Western Union, which is essentially what we did in that first half with all of the team's money. Anyway, heading into the second half here, Wide Swing, well, I think it's fair to say they desperately need a pistol.
Well, they'll lose. Chelios going to open up the accounting. And he's got himself a position in jungle already. Scary stuff if you are Wide Swing. Can't even set foot in jungle. He's going to have to try and play that retake from CD. Retake. That's an interesting way of putting it.
Yeah, with Iron already low here and Plix also tagged up a little bit, it is definitely looking good for Rooster, who continue to challenge at range with the Glocks and still finding the heads. Not what you'd always expect. All Might will try and push forward here and challenge Netic, who decides better of it. Not bad, just buying time here for Rooster, and time certainly is of the essence for Wide Swing, as they do have to get in onto that bomb. Good shot from All Might, but a few more to find, and they don't have much time to find it in. ADK will have a challenger. All Might is hitting heads right now with the USP, but ADK locks down Firebox. He's going to pull the knife out. He wants that knife kill onto Iron, and he will get it. All Might's now onto the defuse. But I think the round is over here. Oh no, ADK! Are you for real? How has that happened? Oh, the bomb blew up. The bomb blew up. It's okay. Rooster won the round. I thought Wide Swing had
a
that.
roller coaster of emotions.
It was an absolute roller coaster. I had no idea what was going on there. After the second guy got on the bomb, I was like, wait, did he run out of time? But he was sitting it. I thought he was going to get the defuse. That could have been 2 knife kills in the pistol as well. Forgive me for getting a little bit excited.
I feel like how that commentary of that round went was like how a 5-year-old sees the world. Just sporadic, all over the place. Nice little 1D from Panic.
Yep.
Start things off. That'll always help. Doesn't hurt. Getting rid of Chelios. What do you do in a 4-on-5? What do you do in a 3-on-5?
Yeah, that's a good question. Kill people.
And you get it into a 3-on-2.
Yep. Iron does have an AK. But Plix looks like it looks like the guy who's going to have to do the most defending. And with only a deagle, it was possible, but difficult. So he'll get shut down. And that'll be that. 15's up for Rooster. So Definitely hard yards being done here by Wide Swing as we take another look at the Western Union money tracker. And keep an eye on what's been going on here in the second half. Obviously, Rooster are going to pick up the majority of the money here. Western Union have the biggest network in the world, so you can send money all over the world. And I'm interested to see where Rooster's going to be sending their money. Looks like straight into the rifles and utility. 15 and 12, they want to get this one over and done with, so they're quickly into the A-bomb site, and that might just catch Wide Swing off guard. Val, he had a deagle in hand, but he's only able to grab one. Iron the same, and that is surely going to be that. A absolute miracle as far as ANZ Champs is concerned to see such a quick map. It's going to be 16-2 here, Pilly, unless Plix does something unbelievable. He's gotten the tag onto Chelios. The fire comes down, the bomb goes down. And his chances of winning the round also, incidentally, go down. But, nice headshot onto Juices. Maybe it's not over yet. Oh, I lied. Chelios finishes it off. It is 16-2, and Rooster have utterly decimated Wide Swing. There is not so much that you can really say about that one. It was really just... I mean, everyone on Rooster kind of having a good day. Churning up, just deleting heads. And Wide Swing continually running into the bomb sites and dying over and over and over again. And then they tried mid, and then they tried B, and it just didn't work at all. Didn't have much of a second half either. Obviously, Pistol goes the way of Rooster. That's game over.
Yeah, Rooster playing very, very well at the moment and just bullying Wide Swing out of the server. It's what you want to see them against the underdog opponents that they come up against. You know, they always have that puncher's chance against some of the better teams, but definitely against this underdog team, they've completely shut them out of the server. Never even looked close.
I'd almost forgotten what it was like to see a really quick map like that. Like it.
What was it like wasn't last season just full of these? Or was it the season before that?
It was one of the seasons. I think it was last season, actually. But certainly hasn't been this season. Either way, that's 16-2. That's the end of map 1. Rooster are looking to get to bed pretty early. So we're going to head to a quick break, but we will be back with map 2 for however long it lasts after this. Just to watch, and he will eventually fall. So looks like any damage that could have potentially... So Plix is going to go on the aggressive. Good. Well, see how this one goes. 6 HP for Plix.
He's about to push into Danny G. He's pick-fed the man. Okay, trying to hunt him down. Does get
across. Maybe if someone can dive on that bomb, but it really does seem unlikely at this point for Rooster. Oh, he's the primary opera.
Oh, they're swapping it back. Idle's going to swap it back with him.
I think he's done enough to win the round now, and he certainly has. All Might's not going to do anything.
Two instantly got back though. Chelios on the quick rotation in from jungle. This is vintage form from the man, and of course he dives through the smoke.
Why not? Yes, let's get Rooster, but Val does manage to get Nedic. I'm not sure that's going to help too much though. Chelios! B-hop out of him.
Easy, there's a freebie.
No. Don't know that he's going to get across here though. Panic has spotted him, swings onto Plix. That's a pretty critical frag. Oh! Well, I lied. It's for Wide Swing as they do have to get in onto that boss. Time to find it in. 80k will have a challenger. All Might is hit here. Oh no, 80k! Are you for real? How has that happened? Oh, done with. So they're quickly into the A-bomb site, and that might just catch Wide Swing off guard. Val, he had a deagle in hand, but he's only able to grab one iron. His chances of winning the round also incidentally go down. But nice headshot onto Juices. Maybe it's not over yet. Oh, I lied. Chelios finishes it off. It is...
Mr. Murray, have you decided on a name?
We're thinking Callum.
Calamari.
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 Let's make it Jack.
Drink it through with Dare iced coffee.
I've been wrong. Walked away from something you left behind. Another borderline. Try not to know too much. Try not to notice. I try not to go, but I keep on moving now. I think I'm better off alone. Over the borderline.
What a bloody wallbang on the skull!
Oh, dude! He's going to get 2 kills with the AK and 3 now as well.
Oh my god! What is that?
An unbelievable first map here in ANZ Champs. 18 rounds is all it took for Rooster to dismantle Wide Swing on Mirage, which was also Wide Swing's own map choice. Not a good sign for the rest of this best of 3, at least for Wide Swing. Certainly is for Rooster, who seem to be firing on all cylinders today, and they definitely want to continue their run through the lower bracket.
Yeah, and they're about to go into their own map pick as well, so it should be fairly straightforward from here to come through, take out that 2-0, continue that run through into the lower bracket after going down to Airborne, and, you know, we'll see how they go further on. They're looking pretty convincing here.
If I'm Rooster at the moment, I'm not feeling too bad about my chances of making land. Like, you look at the rest of this bracket, you see Chiefs, who have been in a bit of a weird situation lately, and you're thinking, well, there's blood in the water. I might be able to take advantage of this and make my way through to an ANZ Champs land, which I don't actually think we've seen any of the Wide Swing players at an ANZ Champs land before.
Rooster?
Rooster, yeah.
In Chell?
Not at ANZ Champs.
Oh, that was an ANZ
That
Champs?
was a CG or an AEM or one of those, yeah.
Huh.
Definitely wasn't at ANZ Champs.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I think you're right. Yeah. Interesting. I'm trying to think of everybody else on that roster, but yeah, that makes sense.
There you go.
Oh, what about Juices in Avant? No?
I
think Juices was on some of the B-roll.
Maybe. Maybe.
There you go.
Maybe. Maybe is all I'm going to give you, because I don't remember. I don't think so. Either way, would still be good to see that roster on land here at an ANZ Champs. I think they've been within the ecosystem for a little while, so it'd be nice to see how they go at a final. Obviously, see how they go through and manage to go against potentially Chiefs in the lower bracket here, and obviously going into this match against Wide Swing, there's still a little bit of work left to be done. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a particularly difficult day for them. 16-2, obviously, the result in that first map, so the jury's really out as to whether or not Wide Swing's going to be able to come back in here into this second map. And sort of you were talking about how these first couple of, the last couple of maps were potentially the good ones for Rooster, which makes life even more difficult for Wide Swing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a case of maps anymore. We're past the maps discussion, really. It's just, you know, it's a fist fight. It doesn't matter what you know, kind of terrain you're navigating that fist fight. They're just going to run at each other and fist fight, and Rooster's just better. Faster, stronger in every way at this point.
Been going to some boxing classes?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know about that. Either way, they are definitely looking a lot better tonight. It's great to see Chelios back in action with the AWP. He's been very, very solid on that map. You know, I kind of want to go down the list, but I don't really want to go down the list because I hate doing that. But I sort of, you know, all 5 of those players.
Rooster was good.
Rooster was good. Like, there's not so much.
That's the summary.
Is there much more that you can really say about that map? Like, Rooster just shot them in the head pretty good.
No, that's it.
Like, we didn't even really need to see Rooster on the T side, so you can't comment on that even. It was literally just CT side, and they just won from the bat. So we go into Inferno. It was Rooster's map choice, so definitely a pretty scary prospect coming up here for Wideswing, who need to lift. They need to do something, and if they can stop some of that momentum for Wideswing, then maybe there's something in this for them. But look, I don't know. Wideswing are in a spot of bother.
Alrighty. Rooster going to start off on that T side. Full util for Iron. Just one set of util for 80k. He's going to drop a 50-50 to Chelios, who's ever dangerous in these pistols, especially in this form. He's going to make his way up Banana, probably. Being sent on the line by 80k when he sees fit, while the rest of the Rooster players go and take control of Carpets.
Wow, this is a slow round.
Yeah. Plex gets that pick though. I might speed things up a little. That was the player with the utility, so that smoke's been lost.
It's unfortunate. You would think if your mate who had a smoke on his belt died, you could still pick the smoke up.
I think it's the last grenade that you had equipped.
Yeah, but like, all I'm saying is it still technically exists.
That would be OP though, on gun rounds.
Ooh, Val dodged under 1 or 2 of the bullets, but not enough. Juice has managed to get one. Going around to the B bomb site. It's actually not looking like a bad setup here for Rooster, but it's a great setup for Wideswing. All Might and Iron combined. And that's a pistol round for Wideswing, which they really needed. They really needed it in the second half of Mirage, but better late than never.
Not wrong. It's going to be the force for Rooster. Interesting force. Chelios has somehow managed to end up without a deagle.
I don't mind seeing Rooster decide to buy into this round.
No, but they definitely could have done a better job of it.
They're going to have to work with the tools that they have been given, so let's see how that ends up panning out. That could just be a contact play into brackets, maybe a pop flash from Nedic, but aside from that, not even. He'll walk his way in. So Rooster have established brackets control, but an extra rotator across to A. Wideswinger keeping an eye on Banana, courtesy of All Might, who's pushed up to Car. And it does get traded down, so will Iron. Starting to look a little problematic here for Wideswing. The firepower for Rooster stepping up. Unfortunately for Juice, as he walks out at the wrong angle, doesn't see Plix. Valhalla still in the bomb site, and this is where the numbers is what really pays dividends for Wideswing. You think you see 2 players over on Arch side, you think, okay, well, there might be 1 more on the bomb site, but no, there's 2. And that's going to be that. Rooster started well, but didn't finish well in that round.
Now Chelios going for Deagle and armor. Going down to 1100. Not sure that'll give him enough room to buy up properly into the next round. In fact, a lot of the boys investing that way. Looking for damage, looking for kills. Probably feeling pretty confident, to be honest. The way the last map went. Can't blame him.
Yeah. Doesn't seem as though this map is going to be following the same trajectory, though. Looks like it'll be a little bit more difficult for Rooster.
That's an interesting play from All Might.
He's feeling it.
Oh, yeah.
So was 80k,
Are they all feeling it?
I guess.
Who's not feeling it?
Hot flash goes through. Iron definitely not feeling it. Decides to back off. And ooh, clean from Danny G. How much more can he get though? This is a bit cheeky, turning back around.
That's what Danny G's like. You know him. He's a cheeky boy.
So 3-0. All that extra investment is going to hurt the buy a little bit for Rooster, but they'll be okay.
Well, they're getting AKs and armor, but
Not much utility.
there's no utility.
There is an ult for Chelios. Danny G
They
can
are going to
stack
go
up.
to the strategy that worked very well for them in Mirage, which is shoot head.
But they were on the CT side. Now they're on T. A little bit more brain required. That's one important piece of the utility that has ultimately been used by Danny G. Just to cancel a molly.
All Might's going to get back on the orb. You excited, Jordan? You love to see it.
Yeah. How about Chelios with an ult? 1 for 1. Pretty eager to see that engagement. 80k in the meanwhile was able to catch Valhalla. So both bomb sites are a little weakened now. Only the solo holder on B, 2 players on A.
Not a whole lot of utility in the late round here for Rooster. 2 smokes, 2 flashes. Panic, pretty good mid-round position to swing out and change things. 4 wide swing. Decent timing, but it's only a 1 for 1, and now it's all on Plix. 1 on 3 on this A site.
Yeah, he might get juices, but shouldn't get much more past that. Danny G trades down pretty effectively. And All Might to retake the bomb site with an AWP. I'm not sure he's going to be too keen on that. Or does he elect to grab that AK? I guess if he does, he gives away his position. Let's see what he can do. All Might has elected to go with the AWP. Spots out Danny G, does hit that shot. Now Chelios' position has been, no, it's just a leg shot. All Might just needs to get a tag with that pistol, and he does it just in time. How has that happened? All it takes is All Might with an AWP, and that's 4 for wide swing. Even upgrades, gets a nicer skin. Why not?
Deserve it at that point. Is that a 3 or a 4K? With the 1v2. Either way, it's impressive as hell. Puts a 4th on the board for wide swing. Pretty good here on Inferno. Another buy out from Rooster though. Banana control taken by Rooster.
Wow.
Quick 1B.
Doesn't need the AWP. That leaves Panic in a difficult situation here where he is actually going to play close to the smoke and go through it. The timing is so good. Danny G just able to get the trade, but that's really well done by Panic. A 2 for 1 equalizes the numbers, but it doesn't stop Rooster from getting into the site. All Might has rotated across pretty quickly, but it would be a little ludicrous to see him push through that smoke to try and deny the bomb plant. So it should go down for Rooster here. Maybe he gets boosted up though. No, it's going to be Plix that'll be boosted up, and it was sort of being watched by Danny G. Now 80k's in a really rough spot. The smoke does help him out. I think in this time, Juices has figured out that the banana is pretty clear. Dodging away from the flash. 2 players to find here for wide swing. 80k watching and waiting. Juices has done the work. And 80k swings around and gets All Might. That's the first round on the board for Rooster. It'll be a sigh of relief for them as well, because they've been close a couple of times. But only now have they gotten over the line. Yeah,
but all of that work, like you said, that they did before, the close rounds, The 1vx that All Might wins takes its toll on the CT economy. You see the results of that now. 1400, a double eco for Valhalla. The rest of the boys are reset. At least a singular reset. Going to be very difficult to recover from. Time for a tech pause. Just a short one.
Hopefully.
It's over.
I'm just hoping that it's a short one.
You don't need to hope it was a short one.
That's good. Looks like my hopes were well placed.
Okay. They're buying.
That's what I don't get. Like, why is that even a tech pause? Whatever it is that they fixed.
Maybe they wanted one and Turtle was like, no.
Maybe. Turtle just alphaed him.
Wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, no money though for wide swing, so they're going to do something a little interesting over toward Banana here. Nedic, oh! He just gets creamed. Chelios trades down through the smoke, so that's not too bad. Stop. I think Nedic only had a Mac 10 there as well. So not really too much of a prize, unfortunately, for wide swing.
Lots of information. Nana control. That's something. All Might still got another smoke to fall back on. Wide swing now gathering up towards this A site, but will Iron be too late on the rotate? Rooster start to get into that site.
Doesn't look like it. Might fall prey to Chelios though, who misses him through the smoke. Juices still will do the dirty work, and Plix is waiting on the bomb site. This could still go wrong for Rooster. They don't spot Plix. There is an ability to multi-frag with the 5-7. All Might shouldn't really be able to do too much. And at this point now, they definitely think it's clear. Chelios is definitely going to die, but the rest probably cleaning this up okay for Rooster. At least ideally that would be what you'd expect. Plix is trying to fight as hard as possible. The flash catches him, and so round will go the way of Rooster. That's 2-4, and now a full economy reset for wide swing, where they do have to pretty much eco.
Take a save. All Might saved about 2 grand last round, so he's going to be able to AWP in the next. Very responsible with his money there. 3 guns saved over, starts to build up the money for Rooster as well though. Push up towards Nana. Shell still managed one. Full flash. X cleaning the rest up.
Or is he? Ooh. Not much to it here for wide swing. Just, I guess, getting the round out of the way. Plix will probably take a peek down mid here and see if he can find Nedic, which he might actually be able to do. Nedic's playing a dangerous game there on 10 HP. 80k finishes it. So Rooster keep all 5 guns alive. Unfortunately for wide swing, like, yeah, they can get a buy through here, but their money's just not that great. They don't have any utility, really. Smoke, well, if all 3 of them got smokes, Plix won't be able to afford much. He's only got a HE nade. It's just a little bit lackluster for the CT side, particularly on Inferno.
There's no mollies. There's no kits.
Their utility level is low, as according to the graphic. And it's in red, which means it's bad.
And due to not having that utility, they just get bullied straight out of Banana.
Probably soon to be bullied out of brackets as well.
Pretty soon to be bullied out of the ANZ champs if they don't start picking things up.
Not wrong. Another gun round though for wide swing, so if they haven't lost a player just yet, there is always that possibility. And actually, to be fair, they have been hanging on to their utility pretty well. Difficulty is, it allows someone like Danny G just to walk up banana and catch Iron in the side. Only now does the smoke go down. It's not even a great smoke, which is probably even more unfortunate for Danny G than it is for Whiteswing, because there is an opportunity here that All Might's going to be able to trade this one back down, and that's exactly what happens. So it's kind of worked out okay, all things considered, and walking into the AWP, All Might, he gets a collat. I mean, that's one way to lose the round for Rooster. You just look at that on the map. It's just a line of dead Ts. 80k, he's going to get Valhalla. But Rooster will be probably not too pleased with how that's gone.
EDK is just going to huddle near the radiator for warmth. The world is cold now that he's lost all of his friends, Jordan. I reckon that was the best AWP highlight we've seen this season.
Yeah. Maybe. Alistair was pretty good early in the season. I think that was during Rio Quals though, where he really went crazy.
That's just the icing on top. Love to see it.
Okay, this is starting to give me flashbacks a little bit. That Ice Sleep game, where All Might kind of just ran away with it with the AWP. So Rooster once again going to attempt a take toward the B bomb site. What kind of utility do they have? Well, quite a lot. Smoke into CT, smoke towards coffins. Molotovs as of yet to fly over, but one lands in emo. Here comes Rooster with a couple of flashbangs as well. Iron through the smoke gets a nice timing to grab Danny G and relieve some of the pressure that is onto All Might, who as of yet hasn't been forced out by any mollies, but does end up going down to 80k. It's 2 versus 3. Plick's close, making a lot of noise, but 80k can't win the aim duel, and nor can Juices. 6 up for Wideswing. They are starting to really put together a nice CT side right now. Rooster will buy in, but their money is getting low. They have a loss bonus building up. That is true, but I mean, Wideswing is running away with a lot of rounds now.
They've all been quite close though, and like you said, due to the loss bonus, the buys just keep on coming.
Well, what good is it if you keep the economy low for the CT side if you don't end up winning any rounds?
Well, you don't know that. You don't know it yet.
Not yet, but the way things have been going so far, all I'm saying is it doesn't matter if you don't lose a round.
It's true.
That's what Wideswing is at the moment. Double AWP as well, and Panic already having an impact with the second or primary. I don't know. What is it at this point?
I think it's safe to say All Might probably is the primary AWPer.
No.
Hasn't earned it yet.
Well, that should give away the game that there is 2 AWPs for Rooster, because they saw the first on B. They've heard this one here in Arch. Flash goes through. All Might gets a great timing onto Danny G. Just seems like there's really nothing that Rooster can do to deal with All Might. Eventually, he does get traded down by ADK. Juice is going to have to win an aim duel here that was maybe a little unreasonable to expect that he would, but he still does. Headshot is good. They do have to get Panic off this line, though. 33 seconds. Their rotate is already coming in. Smoke's down, so Panic going to have a little bit more difficulty. He tries to work around, but an excellent shot from Juices to keep himself alive and maybe even win the round for Rooster. Bomb plant does go down. Valhalla and Plix, though, have got some very forward positioning because they rotated so early, but they do now get smoked off. And that keeps Rooster a little bit more comfortable. This is going to be a save from Wideswing. They have a bit of money to play with.
How much loss bonus do they have?
None, I think.
Going to be difficult to put together a good buy in the next round then.
Yeah. So, in the end, it does matter. Because White Swing did lose a round. AKA this one. Yeah, they can't really buy behind this. Pistols and armor might not be too bad though. Fair bit of utility. Iron's got himself a Mag 7.
They are buying.
Helios is again going to challenge towards Banana, not having that same pizzazz that we saw on Mirage. H8 does collect All Might though, fair chunk of damage. And a leg shot through the wall onto Iron, puts him down to 33. It was also a collat that connected Valhalla. You know, I don't think I've ever seen an AWPer with the ability to consistently find as many wall bangs and as many collaterals as Chelios does. Iron's in a good spot though to make some usage. This Max 7 only able to get one, doesn't get the opportunity even to fire a second shot, but sometimes one is enough. And a 1-for-1 with the Max 7, you'll probably take that at this point in the game. So it's not full banana control established by Rooster, but they're also exploring bracket a little bit.
AWP standoff towards B. Smoke into CT, but Chelios is just going to back towards A side of the map, molly into carpet. It's a pit and sight crossfire. Panic's got a deagle in pit. Plix has got a 5-7. These pistols will need to go huge here for White Swing.
There is quite a few of them on the bomb site, so that can be problematic for Rooster to deal with. Danny G falls early, but ADK is doing a good job of salvaging the situation. They still need to get rid of Plix, which is done so by Juicers. And unfortunately for All Might, he couldn't push through the smoke, which meant he wasn't really that much of a help to his teammates there, but that could have been the difference maker. Rooster have gotten the bomb plant down. And All Might will try to salvage the situation, but maybe it's better off just saving the AWP. He knows where Juicers is, but he's just not being given anything at the moment. Still has to find the second player as well. If ADK does die, it should be a relatively straightforward trade for Juicers, but that's not even really going to be needed because ADK did survive 5 and 6 as Rooster put another round on the board. It's still a pretty close half though.
It's going to get less close. See White Swing having to take another save here, probably. That'll be 6 up for Rooster, a fair bit of money.
Yeah, pistols only for Wide Swing, so definitely a pretty difficult ask for them to do a whole lot in this round. Danny G does find the head of All Might. Iron is going to be prompted to push forward to the sandbags here, but actually might be able to get one if he gets the timing right onto Chelios, but I'm not sure how much more he's going to get done with the P250. Netic, as of yet, has not checked sandbags either. So a pretty interesting conundrum. Oh, what? Netic is playing anti-flash?
Yep.
It looks a little bit silly when Iron's standing there, doesn't it? Panic's also gotten one on the other side of the map, so this could get interesting. Player advantage right now for the CT side. ADK and Chelios trying to clear out brackets. Valhalla here with a deagle. He's going to get one. Oh no! It's starting to fall apart for Rooster. I don't know that this is what you were talking about when you said that the half was going to get less close. Juicers is going to have to do it all by himself. 3 versus 1. All of the CTs now have guns. Valhalla biding time for Iron to walk out from the smoke, and that is a round for Wide Swing. 7-5. Where, oh where, has the Mirage Rooster gone?
Yeah, they're on the T side now. It's a different story.
Yep. 16-2 feels a long time ago.
That's Rooster, though, by nature. They're a streaky team. Sometimes that streak lasts the whole map. We saw it against Skyfire on that overpass game. Speaking of which, that was a 14-1 half.
Yeah.
But even when the streak's not going as hard for Rooster, they're still getting rounds. Still keeping things a little close. Even 5 rounds here on T side is acceptable, and they've still got opportunities and chances to go better than that.
Yep. A lot of damage from that Deagle. I mean, this is not a round that I think Wideswing can really take for granted here. Valhalla, yeah, just gets a little over eager, not patient enough, and Chelios will punish. So that makes the A site look significantly weaker, with really only Plix holding here from Graveyard. He's been spotted, well traded by ADK with a Galil, no less. Iron's going to swing across. He's got an Incendiary in hand. Bomb is still on T-stairs, though. And that's the real risk factor here for Rooster. If they do lose that player, they probably still lose the round from here. But if ADK can lock things down, which he is absolutely doing on the A site, there's going to be enough time for Fnatic to rotate on up. And All Might... let's just get that kill onto ADK, which makes the situation a little bit more bearable for him. But I'm not sure Wideswing can win from here.
He's got no kit. Just going to make things more difficult for sure. Look at all those chickens. That shot on the headshot angle for Fnatic. And loses the AWP, which he won't have the money to be able to afford. Unless they save and buy up next round. I think that 6th round is job done there for Rooster on the T side.
Probably. But I'd say they're looking for a little bit more, particularly with the weakness of the economy that Wideswing have right now. So Panic playing close with the Deagle. And Plix doing the same. It definitely seems as though the Deagles are a little problematic right now for Rooster. Trades are not there, and Valhalla will revel in his success. 2 kills with the M4 from close range. Chelios looking to pick that bomb back up. Will book it into the A bomb site. This might not actually work out too badly for Rooster, but finding post plants may be a little bit of a struggle. ADK actually remains in carpets, and that's kind of a big deal. Chelios doesn't hit the shot. That was the opportunity. That was the chance. I think now Rooster are just getting encircled a little bit too much. ADK will check his back toward Diggity, but Chelios has to get the bomb down here. Otherwise, Wideswing are just going to tighten this net.
50 seconds. ADK throws out that motor smoke. Molotov towards Dig. Bomb goes down for Chell as Valhalla pushes through the molly. Is going to be charged down. Easy kill for ADK. Untradeable.
That's critical as well. Puts it back to a 2v2. All Might will creep through the smoke. ADK's done it himself, and Chelios gets iron. Again, Valhalla just a little bit too early there. His teammates weren't ready to go. And we're at 7 apiece. Money is broken for Wideswing. So heading into the final round of the half, it is looking like it's going to be a rough one for Wideswing. We're going to take a look at the Western Union money tracker here, which lets us track the money through the first half, just like you can track and transfer your funds all around the world with Western Union. ADK, funnily enough, has earned and spent $44,700. That would put him at a total of $0. So looks like it's working as intended. Definitely the bank of Rooster at the moment. And you just look at that, and you look on the side of, for example, Wideswing. They've only earned $39,000 for their highest member, $39,400 for Plix. So it just goes to show the extra money that is going into the T side at the moment. And yet we're still at 7 apiece, although it is likely looking at 8 and 7. So the economy is always an important factor when it comes to Counter-Strike, and Rooster quite effectively using theirs to grab what looks to be 8 rounds here in the first half. Technical pause for Wideswing, as they have been wont to do a little bit in tonight's match.
There you go. All finished up. Hopefully issue has been resolved.
Fingers crossed.
That's a nice little setup in carpet. Fortunately, didn't get wide swing the round. Now they're going to try and force pistol armor. All Might's forgotten to buy an upgraded pistol.
Again, I just don't know what it is, but Wide Swing seem to be able to find the first kill in a lot of these ecos. Almost getting the second there onto 80k as well. That was dangerous. Valhalla just not connecting the headshot. Rooster certainly are playing a dangerous game on this T side, but they're making it work.
Can't believe All Might's just been able to get away with that.
Energy might still swing out from that smoke.
It's just run into logs, picked up the AK and pieced it.
He'll be happy with that because he's got a bit of armor as well, so that could be pretty scary. Almost been on point tonight, at least here on Inferno. Mostly with the AWP, but see what he can do with the AK. Rooster not in a position to really challenge either of these bomb sites just yet. They're grouping up back towards B, which could be a little scary again. That is where the AK is. Clicks on the A site, though, is the one with the utility. If this smoke was on B, well, even that nade, like, this could have been a massive round for Wide Swing. It still could be, depending on the timing that Iron finds here. But unfortunately, All Might, I think, just copped a little bit of that flash. And look, Iron's done well to get one there, but it was never really going to be enough. We needed All Might to get a kill there as well. And so Rooster get into the bomb site, get the bomb down, and that should be 8 for them. Panic and Plix unlikely to be able to make a retake work here with just the 2 of them, although they do have a Deagle and a 5-7 to work with, so it's not over just yet. Smoke's going to go in there from Plix as well to give him a bit of room to work with, but just not having too much luck finding anything. So someone's going to have to pull that go trigger. Plix has picked up the AK. Decent trade down from Chelios. And the crossfire still intact here. Plix is not going to have an easy time. Looking in the wrong direction. Juices finishes it off 8-7 at the end of the half. And Rooster have done a pretty good job there in that one.
Good recovery. And we're down, I think, 4-0, something like that. Turn things around to 8-7. Could really grounded things out. A couple of difficult rounds, a couple of difficult buys for Rooster on that T side, but they still get 8 rounds.
Yep.
Still end up with the majority. And if last map's CT side is anything to go by, I would say they're in a pretty good position here.
Yeah, I'd say so as well. Definitely looking better for Wide Swing at least, so we didn't get to see much of their CT side on Mirage. They really just lost the pistol and then lost the game. But I think for Wide Swing here, there's at least something to play with, you know. Grab the pistol in this half, maybe start to build things up a little bit. Maybe they do have something on the T side of Inferno that they can show to us. Otherwise, they're going to be out of the ANZ champs. This is an elimination match, so there is that they have to think about as well, which is where the pressure now starts to mount. Obviously, Rooster, if they do end up losing this map, have got a map already to fall back on. So they won't be feeling any of that pressure at the moment, and I think they've got that momentum as well after coming back into the first half pretty nicely. But for Wide Swing, yeah. Look, to be honest, I think Wide Swing's had a pretty good run, right? They played in the first phase in Split 1. They've come into Split 2 here as well. So for this team, I think that's not actually a bad shout, to be honest. They were never realistically going to be a team that would have a huge chance of making it to season finals. Anyway, 8-7 is the scoreline as we head into the second half, and Rooster have got themselves pretty much full sets of armor. Juices has gone for the smoke. And it's a quick play actually up to B here from Wide Swing. Maybe a read. Juices hiding in the smoke is not a bad play. But Danny G, oh what the? All Might's gotten all 3 of them just running down into middle. And I guess that's going to be a pistol round for Wide Swing. 80k and Juices might try and salvage this. Juices probably has to get something done from out of this smoke. Iron had, I don't know, had his blinkers on, had his blinders on. Didn't even know, I guess, that Juices was there, and Juices is going to get a good lot of damage onto Plix as well, but yeah, too many players to find a crazy round. Well done by All Might. 3 kills in that pistol with the Glock as Rooster just charge into him. 8 apiece.
Here's the force out from the CTs though. Got that scout with armor on Shell. Eagles and armor on everybody else. Fair few smokes, a Molotov. Could pose some difficulties for wide swing on this T side, that's for sure. Panic's already copped a tag. Definitely not ideal. Bit of Nana control for wide swing. They're just waiting for any aggression out from the CTs. See if they can get themselves in a more advantageous position than they're already in.
Nice smoke. Going to keep wide swing at bay for a little longer. 2 smokes still remaining. Danny G and Juices, both of whom are on the B site. Nedic also has the incendiary, which is also on the B side. So if wide swing do end up going in that direction, it'll be problematic. But they are posting up towards A a little more so. That's a nice tag from Chelios. Again, puts All Might down low. ADK might have a bit of fun here with the Deagle from Carpets. They haven't checked his position just yet, and there's no one coming behind him. Valhalla has that duty, and he'll fall early on in the piece, but ADK does get traded down quickly by All Might. Still a 4v4, still Panic and All Might down low on HP. And Iron is at the bottom of mid. And he's going to have to combine with Plix, who has done a good job, swings at the right time and gets the couple of kills that Rooster really were hoping to avoid. Wide swing should be able to pick the round up from here. Still Danny G keeping it interesting as Iron loses his head. Plix now playing with fire. But he will finish off Danny G, and a scout for Chelios probably isn't much to write home with. But he can save it into the next round and maybe make something happen in that one. No sense chucking it away. Looking for a gun maybe? Won't get one. But he does keep the scout. That's 9 up for wide swing. So there shouldn't be much of an investment here from Rooster.
Should just be the singular save.
Yeah, but with a scout, you know, you never can count this Rooster roster out. P250 for Danny G, a few splashes. Maybe get Chelios in a position where he can pop a couple of heads with that scout. It's going to be a tough round for Rooster, but there are win conditions. Chelios definitely is going to be one of them as he creeps his way up. Banana. All Might's there for the trade of damage, and that was really all that went into wide swing. Just damage, but no kill. So that's really the danger man out of the picture here for wide swing, and they can probably negotiate the rest of this round pretty comfortably by themselves. Looks like Nedic will try and retrieve the scout. Oh, he's just going to go and try and get a little bit more damage in with the USP only. Unlikely to do a whole lot there. 22 and 12 for All Might. Should be very soon 23. He might even be on for the ace here as he's looking for the entries onto B. He's still pretty healthy, in fact, full HP, but he eventually does fall to Juices and ADK, who combined. That's going to be the round 10 to 8. Wide swing. Start off the second half nicely, but this will be the first buy round for Rooster, and it looks to be a good one as well with a fair bit of cash across the board.
It's good utility from Rooster, not something that they really favoured too much on the T side. See if Chelios is able to get an early pick with this AWP. That's a lot of damage. Oh, surely he's gone.
Yep, has to be. Wide swing. Lose their player early on. It's a rough start. But that's the start to a gun round that Rooster really needs to ensure that they build this first half into a, this second half into a solid CT half that can win the game for them. Because if they let this get out of control, wide swing can potentially run away with this and force it to map 3. But Rooster wins the gun round here, wins the gun round with a lot of guns alive. That's what sets them off on that nice platform to move into the second half and do a good job of getting a 2-0 today against wide swing. Chelios has caught Panic and has escaped as well. So this is going about as well as you can expect it to for Rooster.
See what they're going to do in this 3-on-5. Starting to creep up middle. Probably just the smoke on Tomoto. Flash over the chimney and send Valhalla out of carpet. Maybe try to creep one player towards jungle side. Just looking for an entry anywhere where they can find it, but it's going to be difficult. The pit site crossfire. Chelios is covered off jungle from library.
Ooh. Not a whole lot connected there by Valhalla. Juices will shut him down. Plix and Iron are the last remaining tees to contest this round, but it doesn't look like they're going to get too much more done. Chelios will miss a shot here, but he's just trying to bait Plix into Juice's sightline, and inevitably 4 guns go through for Rooster, which is a great result. And time to start now building this second half up.
It's a reinvestment from Wide Swing. After a pretty unsuccessful round, lost an early pick towards Banana just to utility, and then Chelios walking around with the AWP makes it a 5-on-3. Difficult situation to recover from. Let's see if they can find themselves an early advantage this time around rather than playing from a deficit. Some control and emphasis over towards Nana fairly early on here from Wide Swing.
It's a big couple of HE nades right onto Netic. It's going to force him out. Good banana control taken by Wide Swing. Now they must look to brackets, which Chelios is already keeping an eye on. So it's not going to be the easiest of tasks. Panic probably happy that Valhalla goes down there because it was either him or Val. And while you might say that is bracket control established for Wide Swing, I'm not sure how long that is going to last once this smoke fades, or even once ADK gets up above it. Rooster's going to recognize that there's not a whole lot going on there. Netic does die early though. He was low HP. Danny G close to the smoke. He's going to get the first. The flash was good for him, but not more than that. Juice is spamming away through. Won't do a whole lot of damage, which means bomb plant's going to go down here for Wide Swing. Chelios locking down the CT angle. ADK just gets cleaned up in Banana. That looked like his aim duel every day of the week, but it does go the way of Panic, and so that leaves Chelios with a little bit more to do. A great flick. He gets the second as well. Vintage from Chelios. That is all 3, and he celebrates as well. 9-10 is very quickly going to turn into 10-10. And that's a 4K in the round for Chelios. You can bring back 2019 as far as I'm concerned.
Big opportunity thrown away from Wide Swing there. The trade potential was not on point. Flick's not swinging quickly enough from Barbecue there to trade that one out. Gives too much room. And unfortunately, when you're playing Chelios, all you got to give him is a tiny bit of room and he can make something magical happen like that. Now Wide Swing, after a round that looked like they should have been winning, are now put onto a save.
Yeah, it looked a little awkward for a start there, actually, from Rooster, where they lost a couple of players to that HE.
For sure.
But seemed to be salvaging it well.
Good damage from Wide Swing.
Yep.
One more kill here could be a setup for a post plant. Plix has got armor, but that's not really a position you check too often if you're Plix.
Oh, knife. Oh, yes! Yes! You love to see it.
Insult to injury, so unnecessary.
What do you
But
mean? He's got a bit of extra cash. They've killed 2 players there, but that knife makes up for it. You love to see it. Good stuff. Unnecessary. You're not a showman, are you?
I've seen that go badly before, Jordan.
That's all right.
That's all I'm saying.
You've gone from a Chelios 3K to a knife kill to finish the round. Like, what more do you really want out of ANZ champs? Absolutely nothing is my answer. Wide Swing back into the Buyers Club. Putting on their credit card, though.
Oh,
Because they are going to have a bit of debt in the next round to pay off if they do lose this one.
Almight's just been copying the nade damage round. Oh, that's another beautiful one. Could have sworn that would have done a bit more damage.
Yeah,
but
you would have thought so.
might have gone a bit deep. Nana Control is in Wide Swing's possession. Now they're trying to have a little bit of a skirmish over bracket.
Ooh, that smoke just pops in time for panic. It's an interesting position to play from with the Norp.
He's expecting someone to walk through the smoke.
Not going to happen.
Or even a pop flash through. It's not that uncommon. It is just the walk back towards the B side here for Wide Swing.
Oh. Oh. Weirdly, that Molotov's just spread in like such an odd direction. But either way, Chelios gets out of it okay. Danny G will fall as well. Panic and All Might combining. Juices through the smoke. Oh, he almost got Valhalla too. Geez, that would have been a play and a half. But Rooster are going to elect to save straight away. Not even interested in the retake. That's not going to be a killer for Rooster's economy. They do have a bit of cash, particularly if they save these two guns through, which it looks like they will.
Just like you said, 2 guns saved over should be able to give them an opportunity to buy in the next. Good responsible stuff with their economy. I think we've dropped a player.
No! You love a bit of the violin music on a, what day is it? Tuesday? Tuesday evening, 11:30 at night. Beautiful. Technical pause now from Rooster. So we're back. Looks like it's maybe Netic? I don't know. He's buying. Everyone's buying. What is the cause for the pause?
It's technical.
I mean, I got that. But what is the technical reason?
I don't know. We got to find out. Didn't take very long, I can tell you that.
That's good.
No Nana control for Wide Swing again. They're getting shut out.
There's 4 players over to the B site immediately for Rooster.
Yeah. Maybe they're expecting the contest over there. Wasn't the case this time though.
See those guys starting to float back over to A, and they get there just in time. Is that a misplaced smoke? It looks like it on the map. Over towards jungle. Not sure. Nope, looks okay. Well, there might be a hole in the smoke based on what it looks like on the map, but I think it's okay. Either way, Chelios is just going to get banged out of the server there by All Might, so you might as well say goodbye to the B-bomb site here. Wide Swing are just going to rush on in. Smoke goes down. And unless Danny G got a little bit of luck through the smoke there, it was unlikely to be a round that Rooster would be too happy in. So I think that's going to be the save called by Rooster again pretty quickly. But this time, Wide Swing have a lot more of an opportunity to chase down those remaining guns. And a big incentive to do so because they have a fairly decent amount of money to play with here. And Rooster is going to be absolutely cooked if this one goes down to 0.
Already down to 2 players with like 10 HP. We'll try to hold on to these 2 guns with the AKs. Surprised to see Netic have a shock up.
Yeah.
Like this.
I don't know, maybe that's why Rooster's calling technical pauses. Maybe he's lagging or something. I'm not sure.
Could be.
Definitely does seem like a bit more of a struggle here for Rooster than it was on Mirage. I mean, that's obvious to say. But I'm not sure what the reason for that is. Like, it's not like they haven't had, you know, some good rounds with a decent amount of utility and all the guns that they really would have wanted. So they've been in this game, but they're not running away with it. And neither is Wideswing, to be fair, but I'd actually say I think Wideswing is looking like they will win this map right now. I don't need someone from Rooster to step up and go big. Maybe it's Danny G. Oh, almost been spotted. So Danny G will be well prepared for that and does start the round off nicely for Rooster. One of those AK is going to work. Juices is over on A as well. And Chelios is kind of playing a little bit of a bait role for him. Just backs away. 4 versus 5. I mean, do we get to see a floater across from the B side? That is what could potentially seal this round for Rooster, but they don't really have the information to be able to do that, nor do they have the person that can solo hold the B-bomb side either. But imagine if you just saw Danny G on the rotate already. Wideswing are going to work their way into brackets. It all does come down to Juices here with that AK, and if he gets the timing right. He's being watched, though, by Panic. There's 2 players. He's lost a lot of HP, will flash behind himself, duck back into the bomb site, but now he has to cower away. Maybe the rotation into B for Wideswing is the name of the game, which Danny G is ready and waiting for. He's gone too early. Plix is going to win the aim duel. That's probably going to win the round. That was the only chance. And if Danny G would have just held on that corner, could have been a completely different story. Nedic now has an AK for himself. He's going to get 1 and a lot of damage onto Iron. Maybe the round's not over just yet. Iron is 1 HP. Surely a free kill for ADK, and is. So in the 2v2, ADK and Chelios do both have AKs, but unlikely to win it here without any armor. ADK is going to need 2 very clean headshots, or he's just going to need to sit on the bomb and hope for the best, which I think might not be a great idea. He doesn't even have a kit. He's going to try and draw the fire from either of those 2 Ts, and he does. Panic will finish it off. 13's up for Wideswing, and this is, yeah, again, now like staring down the barrel of a map victory for Wideswing if this buy round doesn't go well for Rooster.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Not great utility here for Rooster. Let's see what they're able to make of it. Pretty good money. All Might's just down to a Mac 10 though, which on our CTs, he could definitely do some damage too, that's for sure. Looks like Wideswing pretty quickly up second mid. Don't want to fight for Banana. They're probably just going to go quickly towards this A site.
Well, 13-11 the scoreline now, and Rooster with an important round ahead of them here. Chelios holding close with an AUG. Seems to have been found out. ADK as well goes down. But Chelios has managed to find 2 sitting on the site. There's still 1 more to deal with, but Juices is getting wrapped from behind. And that's an acceptable take by Wideswing. 2 versus 2. Is the name of the game here for Rooster. And even if they do manage to make this retake work, it's not going to be enough to really salvage their map, because they're not going to have the money to work with in the next round either way. This is really going down to the wire, and that's decent as far as Wideswing is concerned. So All Might gets Nedic. It's unlikely Danny G can get it done himself, and that is, I would say, probably going to be the map here for Wideswing. 14-11. Rooster have to take a save. And we're in a difficult time now for the CT side. It's such a departure from what we saw on Mirage. Unbelievable that this was Rooster that 16-2'd Wideswing on the first map, and is now potentially going to lose their own map choice. Such is the way of ANZ champs. Be a little bit of an investment in pistols, utility, and armor for Rooster. And maybe Rooster can pull off something a little magical to get themselves out of this situation. Danny G going to cop some damage from a nade, but not very much at all, actually. It was the molly. And if that would have hit, that would have been unbelievable. But it's kind of the thing that Rooster needs to win this round. And they don't get it. Whites will work their way into brackets. They spot one of the players out. That's Juices, a nade to respond. Luckily, Rooster have been able to rotate those extra players across to A, at least as luckily as far as they're concerned, to try and test this A bomb site. But Wideswing have sort of double pumped them a little bit, gone into A and now gone back over to B. And so unless Rooster is able to find a frag out of these stacked players on A, it's unlikely that they'll hold B either. Chelios is going to have to do something unreasonable. All Might should check him and does, and so that'll be the round. This is going to be map point for Wideswing. Bomb plan's going to go down. Rooster, I guess they're going to try and contest this. Or maybe try to find a gun or two. Run into Iron at the bottom of Banana, so that is going to be an AK for them. At least they get something out of this round. All right, 15-11. So Western Union economy is going to take a look here. It's the Western Union money tracker for us. 39,000 for All Might. Still continuing to pick up the most money in this game, the T sides. And that's not really a huge surprise when we see the majority of the rounds going the way of the Ts. 31 kills in this map as well for All Might. He has again put Wideswing on his back and had a pretty good performance. Game's not over just yet. Rooster still have one last fighting chance. That is this round with a bit of the utility in their back pocket. Wideswing again are just working the map right now on the T side, looking for banana control, looking for, well, not yet bracket control, but they are sort of working their way up mid. That's Iron who's having a little look in. He's throwing the molly into Diggity. Chelios starts off well. That is Iron out of the picture, but the real offensive is going to come over toward that B bomb site. Panic gets taken down by Danny G, who has a little bit of a chance for more, but he ends up being a decoy that nets Netic a kill. 2 versus 4, Plix and Valhalla to try and work their way into the bomb site. Netic having a little bit of trouble here. He's eventually going to be wrapped on by both and has to take the peak, and he eventually runs out of ammo. He's still alive. So essentially he's done his job, which is allowing Chelios to come back across here. Valhalla does get that kill. It's pretty important actually for Rooster to consider their economy here. That's gotten a little bit more expensive than it really could have been in a 4 versus 2. Now a 2 versus 1. Valhalla will decide to push the smoke and does die to Juices. 15-12, so it's not over just yet for Rooster. And what I was saying earlier in today's broadcast, Billy, it wouldn't be an ANZ Champs night without an overtime. What do you reckon?
Definitely on the cards. The thing is that Wideswing, they have tons of money still in the bank. So it's going to be a little bit harder for Rooster to come back through this game. But they're doing a decent run of it. Obviously, they have to win every round from here. And I'd say they have to do it pretty cleanly, because you're looking at their money at this point. If they lose, you know, 3 or 4 players, they're going to have to reinvest fully. And they don't really have the money to do that.
Yep. Take it a round at a time here for Rooster. Don't think they can think too far ahead. Just got to ensure that they get this round. All might have just caught a little sliver of Netic. Seems as though we're headed toward that A-bomb site for Wideswing. They've had a little bit of success over here. No extra rotator coming across from B. And Chelios hits a nice shot, but he's traded down by Panic, just walking a little too far around the corner this time. And it's a good thing that Rooster didn't send an extra rotator across, because they are going to need all of those guys to hold down B. It's Netic, it's Danny G. Panic has taken a big chunk of damage. That Molotov is not going to do too much. Headed in the wrong direction. Danny G creeps forward, close to the smoke. It's Netic that's gotten 2 before being traded down, and Danny G can just hide in this smoke, bide some time, wait for his teammates to come across, and, well, he ends up winning the round for his team. 13-15. The map is still not over yet, and Wide Swing are in that weird economic position that you talked about. Do they buy here? Looks like they might just go into pistols and armor. Quick shot from Chelios. What a difference that could have made had he missed it.
Every kill is critical at this point.
Yep.
For both teams, you know, even if Rooster are still picking up rounds, it's just a reinvestment factor. It's about how much utility that they can get and what kind of weaponry they can produce here on the CT side of Inferno, which, you know, if you're talking about if Netic or Danny G don't have a Molotov or an extra HE grenade when they're trying to take Banana, it can make all the difference for sure. Like it's just going to be a carpet's bust.
We need 2 players over here, though, on the A bomb site for Rooster, so you can kind of see this going wrong. Chelios is scurrying back as quickly as he can, but he might not be here early enough. ADK pops himself down a smoke to jump up above and have a look. Does really well to get rid of Valhalla. And I think he's done enough here. He's bought enough time for that rotation across from Chelios. You really got to give credit there to ADK. And Juice is also, I think, was the other one on the bomb site that was able to hang on at least as long as he could. Chelios, though, he does go down to Plix. So maybe the round's not over just yet. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Bomb still needs to be retrieved. He's not that great for Rooster.
No, these kills are all relevant. It's going to make it difficult to buy into the next round, even if Plix doesn't convert this 1 on 2. For the map.
If he can get it into a 1-on-1, or for some reason, maybe even get rid of both the CTs, I don't know. That's unlikely, I guess.
Smoke in front of the bomb. That makes things more difficult.
Time is running out for him, so he is going to have to speed up a little bit here. He's got the bomb, but he definitely can't go back to B. It looked like he wanted to. He's gotten rid of Netic. Actually, this is dangerous now. If Plix can get the bomb down, ADK is sort of out of position to deny the bomb plant. Can Plix win the 1v1? Yes, he can!
Oh.
No! He can't quite! Oh, way too close for comfort for Rooster, but they do just salvage the round. Credit again for ADK. 3 in the round, but this buy is terrible for them. They can't even get the AWP.
Yeah.
The AWP was in brackets. I think he might have been able to run in and grab it, but it would have been a close thing.
I think it's just essentially got to be Danny G goes down to... He's bought himself a Bison. Definitely not ideal.
Someone's...
You don't want to be wasting money in a round like this.
Yeah. I mean, they scrounged together an okay buy, I guess, at the end of the day. But really not what you want. I mean, that's the start that you need, though. Great shot from Chelios. Going's getting tough now for Wide Swing. You have to think if Rooster can make this into overtime and they can actually play the CT side with a bit of cash, Rooster could well come through with the 2-0 tonight. Oh, that's a huge nade, though. A decent one. Tags Danny G up a little bit more. So Wide Swing, they've tried B. Didn't work. They've tried A. Didn't work. Now they're going back to B. We'll see if it works this time. Good flashes. Keep All Might at bay, but the rest are going to continue to go through. Plix checking as many angles as he can. Danny G is down. That's a scary prospect because Netty, he only's got an MP9. Can't do anything at the back of sight. Well, maybe Rooster haven't quite done enough. Maybe it's going to be another 16-14 for us tonight. Maybe we won't quite get the overtime. That really depends on what Chelios, ADK, and Juices can do on the retake here. 4 versus 3. It's not an easy task to retake the B bomb site on Inferno. Chelios down now as well. And I think Wide Swing might have just done enough. ADK spams through the smoke with the FAMAS. Juices gets one, 80k another, but now it's all onto Juices, and that is going to be that. Plix finishes it. Wide Swing will push it through to 3. It's another 16-14. Once again, we avoid overtime, but we're still going to a map 3, Pilly, and that is really unbelievable, right? Considering it was a 16-2 on map 1, you just sort of think like Rooster's going to come into map 2, they're going to blow Wide Swing out of the water. We're going to be out of here before midnight. Well, an hour and a half, hour later, here we are again with another map 3, and it's just, I mean, it's just ANZ Champs Season 10.
Yeah, that's just classic ANZ Champs. Of course, it's 30 rounds in the second map. Of course, it's a potential for a reverse sweep. I think it's going to be pretty difficult, though. Let's be real. I don't know how Wide Swing's going to go on a map like Overpass, and you know, it should be pretty comfort zone territory for Rooster in this third map.
That definitely did look like a bit of a grind for Wide Swing, but hey, if they can grind out Inferno, maybe they can grind out Overpass, and maybe they can grind out that reverse sweep. We're going to find out, though, after this break. Don't go too far. The final map for tonight is coming up after this. Fortunately for Juice, as he walks out at the wrong angle, doesn't see Plix. Valhalla still in the bomb site, and this is where the numbers. How about Chelios to go with the orb? Spots out Danny G, does hit that shot. Now Chelios' position has been no, just a leg shot. Or might just needs to get a tag with that pistol. I'm going to play close to the smoke and go through it. The timing is from the flash. 2 players to find here for Wide Swing. 80k, watching and waiting.
Push up towards Nana. Shell still managed.
Opportunity here that All Might's going to be able to trade this one down, and that's exactly what happens. So it's kind of worked out okay, all things considered, and walking into the oh my! They're up brackets. Valhalla here with a deagle. He's going to get one. Oh no! It's back to here for Rooster. If they do lose that player, they probably still lose the round from here. But if 80k can lock things down, which he is playing close with the deagle. Looks doing the same. It definitely seems as though the Deagles are a little problematic right now for Rooster. Trey leaves Chelios with a little bit more to do. A great flick. He gets the second as well. Vintage from Chelios.
If you Plix.
Oh, knife. Oh, yes! Yes! You love to see it.
Mr. Murray, have you decided on a name?
We're thinking Callum.
Calamari.
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 Let's make it Jack.
Drink it through with Dare iced coffee.
free now as well.
Oh my God! What is that?
It's another 3-mapper here between Wide Swing and Rooster as we head into the final map of Overpass for tonight. It has been another big night in ANZ Champs, as it always seems to be when you and I are casting, Pilly. Do you know what happened yesterday?
What happened?
2-0-2-0.
Yeah,
Those slackers, Mac and Karath, they always get the short days.
they do.
And we're here until like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. every night. Anyway, it's great because we do get to see some pretty quality Counter-Strike, sometimes some not so quality Counter-Strike. But tonight, 14-16 in that second map. It was a nice fight back from Wide Swing. It really did look like they were totally down and out of this series. And again, like I go back to this all the time. I'm like, how is it possible to, I mean, in the case of Wide Swing now, how is it possible to lose 16-2 on the first map and then come into the second and then still be able to win that map? Like, it's just unbelievable to me.
Yeah, I think Rooster, I mean, you're looking at Netic, had a bit of an underperformance. Some of the individuals probably weren't shining as bright as you saw on Mirage.
Yep.
And, you know, you've also got this guy called All Might who drops 35 kills or however many you got. And,
It was definitely above 30.
Went absolutely ham. And some of the other lads stepped up a little bit as well. So, you know, all of those things, you know, a little bit of an underperformance from one team, a little bit of an overperformance from the other team. And all of a sudden you got a case for an upset.
Yeah, you definitely do. And that is still a possibility here. Now, you did have your reservations about Overpass as a map for Wide Swing. You've already talked about the fact that it should be a little bit more favorable here for Rooster. But, you know, I probably would have gone into Inferno saying much the same thing. I probably would have said, hey, they won 16-2. Inferno should be a pretty clean affair here for Rooster. You know, they've got that momentum. They've got that confidence tonight. Chelios is looking like a beast with the AWP. It seems like all of the pieces of the puzzle are sort of falling into place for Rooster. Yeah. But then you go on to that, and Wide Swing starts to grind their way on that first half, and you see an 8-7 in the first half. You're like, well, that could go either way still. Pissed around then goes the way of Wide Swing. So it's not like that same... does get All Might, and of course Juices is still alive, and so Iron doesn't have much left to do but to try and click on some heads here, and unfortunately he's lost a lot of his HP in doing that, but it doesn't matter! They've walked right into him! He's got no time though. He's 1 HP, he thought he's won the round. He's getting excited, he's jumping out of his chair, but unfortunately he's fallen on the ground. And at least he saved his armor.
Yep. Saved his armor, made a fair bit of cash. Up near that 3k mark. Pistol towards Rooster. I would assume Wide Swing probably just going to take a save here.
Did Netic have his knife out there?
Yeah, he was going for the knife.
It really did look like he was going for the knife.
Yeah, that's fine. Nothing wrong with doing it there.
Rooster's going to buy into it, of course. Mac 10 out for Danny G.
They're back on their BS, Jordan. This is exactly what they did against Skyfire.
Bang! No, never mind. Wasn't a headshot. Tough headshot to hit at that range. Quick run into the B bomb site. They've gotten the bomb down. You like to see that.
They did this against Skyfire, remember? Rush B like 15 rounds in a row for the most part.
Hey, if it works, it works. Chelios is going to see Val there. Spams away, but that doesn't actually do any damage. This is probably not the gun that you want to see challenging like this. I assume he's got some teammates behind him. No, he doesn't.
Definitely don't want to be giving the Krieg over here.
Yeah, so this is a little bit risky from Chelios. Like any of the other ones, the Galil's fine. And he's got 80k to back him up now as well. So he hasn't overcommitted there, Chelios, which is good to see. The Zeus doesn't connect, the party popper. How good was it when it was the party popper?
That was great.
And it was free as well, I think, right?
I think so.
Good times.
That was a while ago.
Was a long time. MC said it was $50. But that's basically free.
He's a troll.
That's a decoy name.
Is it? Was the Zeus... Wait, free in terms of the skin?
No, like monetarily.
No,
free.
monetarily it was 100.
When it was party popper mode?
Yeah.
I'm getting really conflicting statements here.
It was 100.
They say it's 50. It was.
It was 50. Zeus was 50.
That's what I'm being told, Pilly. I
I
couldn't
think it was 100.
confirm or deny for you, but I do remember it being cheaper.
Look, all I'm saying is the production can't speak to the audience, so even if they are correct, no one will ever know.
That's true.
We do the narratives here, Jordan. We're going to spread misinformation.
It was 500.
I think it was at least 500. It might have been more.
Yeah. Rooster's walking into the B side as we speak. They've really just been dispatching of wide swing quite handedly here. Ian at least is able to trade down Danny G, who was walking around in no man's land, but the bomb plant's still going to go down. It's still a 2 versus 1. And it's still a pretty difficult situation here for Ian because of something like that. Pretty good crosshair placement there from Chelios.
Moving the mouse and the keyboard in quick succession.
Yeah.
There was a lot of keys being pressed there. That all resulted in that quick headshot. You love to see it. It was 100. I knew it was 100.
You were right. I just want to point out
As if you would trust an observer over a CS expert.
I just
like
want to say,
myself.
Richard from the production team was so adamant that it was $50.
Oh, so it was Richard.
Yeah, well, I said it
Awesome,
was
it was
MC,
Richard.
and then he was like, I said that.
Okay.
So you
It
got to
wasn't.
own it, MC. You got to own it, Richard.
I can't believe I thought MC was wrong about something.
Ooh. That is an SG, but for half a second because the trade comes from ADK. A bit more of a reserved round this time from Rooster. They haven't just run into the B-bomb site. Playing a little bit slower, expecting something silly from wide swing because it is an eco round. But it doesn't look like that is really going to eventuate. There was the push into short water, in fairness.
Oh, everyone wants to throw the heaven smoke this round.
They all just want to show off.
Gosh, the smoke.
Gosh, the smoke. There wasn't an overpass one, was there?
Oh, who cares? Look at that.
Yeah, I'll pay that. How many more can he get?
Nope. The old All Might would have hit it. I miss the Inferno All
You mean
Might.
floor?
Floor, yeah. That was a better alias, let's be real.
Yeah. Was it?
I think Floor's a better handle than All Might.
I think so. It's easy to say.
Yeah, All Might's just
All Might's like, why isn't it just Almighty?
alrighty.
All right. Who else has changed their alias? Not really many people. Humongous. Stat was definitely better.
I changed my alias.
Well, Valhalla's going to have to probably change his alias to Heaven, because that's where he is now. Danny G's run over him with a MAC-10. Chelios also getting plicks. That is just another B-rush. You talked exactly about how we saw this against Skyfire, was it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
This is the exact same game. Can we
exact
just
same thing.
Can we
Fast
just turn
forward.
this one off? 16-1? Can we just turn it off?
It might be.
I don't need to see the rest of this.
CT half's going to be pretty rough when the economy is not getting rolling.
Oh, wow. How did he go on? That's
Oh,
not a-
he's done it. That's lovely. That's what you looked like 20 minutes ago.
That's not a picture from my Twitter, is it?
I would say it probably is. Or from someone's Twitter.
A picture of me holding a plant after I went to a DIY plant shop.
Oh,
I planted the little succulent.
Cool.
And I put, you know, all the little figurines around it. And a little, like, bench for them to sit on. You ever done that?
no. Can't say I have. I do like plants though.
I know.
Was-
You do real plants.
Would you like to come to a plant shop with me, Philly, as Iron tries to kill ADK?
I think we've been over this. I thought we were going to go to the big Bunnings.
No, I don't know where the big Bunnings is, dude. Actually, this round's starting to look a little bit problematic, particularly if Plix would have gotten that kill onto Danny G. But Danny G, with the power of Pili as his avatar, is able to win the round for Roost. Never mind. He's
Well,
playing like Pili
Yep.
and dying. And that's going to be the round over. I can't believe what I've just seen.
I think that he has perfectly captured the essence of Pili.
Mm.
Lose multiple aim duels. Lose anti-ecos. Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Done it.
buy into the next round because you're up 5-1. That didn't happen for you very much.
Oh, overpass T side would be the only time where that would happen for me.
All right. We'll see what they can do here because they still have that capability of dispatching of wide swing in this first half and really making it a pretty quick map again. But that's going to have to come from probably the next few rounds, right? They're pretty important in the grand scheme of things. That's a good start.
ADK's got that peek over towards short B. All Might's trying to get out of here. Unbelievable that he gets away there. He's just trying to bait him all in for panic. Rooster, with this man advantage, what do? How do they win?
Rush B. Slow rush B.
Slow rush B.
Push B.
Slow B.
Push B.
Walk B.
Walk B. Contact B. That's what they're going to do.
They are contacting B. Oh, there's a flash.
That's a good flash as well. It does catch Plix, but not Valhalla, who was playing anti-flash. The trade needs to come in. Needs to come in from Chelios. You know what I mean. And it did.
Needs to come in.
Yep. Well done from Chelios as he traded.
Oh, what a... I thought that was going to be a better catch than it was.
Mate,
I
if
got
that
a
would
bit
have
too
smacked,
excited.
can it smack into his head and like
Yes.
bounce off it?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
really looked like it went through his head. That's all I'm saying.
Like it's about to doink him.
Hey, that's an interesting spot for Chelios. It's not properly been checked, but Panic still gets it done. Ooh! G'day.
That's your father.
Not a bad smoke either. All Might still got a HE nade here, but... Oh, that's big. That's big AF. But are they going to expect another player through this smoke? They still haven't touched the bomb. Panic's on it right now. Netic has to peek. Netic. Yes, he's got it.
Relax, he's on it.
He's on it. He's all over it. All Might's got to get on it. Netic's going to peek. There's no time for All Might. Mate, he's a gamer.
Oh,
Bang.
excellent.
And that's worked out perfectly because they haven't even let the CTs survive with a single gun. So they are going to force that reinvestment. Plix does not have very much money. That's really nice from Netic. Like, not as easy as it looks. Six and one.
Both teams are broke, Jordan. This is a pretty important round. Oh, you love to see it. Look at all those run boosts. And what are they going to do? The most important round?
Rush into a Molotov and a HE nade from Valhalla, who is going to mop them up and potentially ace this round. Maybe not, because Iron's going to find himself a kill here as well, but Valhalla certainly on for a pretty good one, as he's already gotten 2, and he helped out with a couple more. Juice is on his own now. Well, that was 3 kills from Valhalla, but he might as well have deserved 5, because he just won that round for Wide Swing.
So I almost want to say that now we find out what Rooster does when they don't rush B, when that stops working. But I know in the depths of my soul that once they take this eco and go into the next round, they rush B and it works.
Poggers. That's all I've got to say.
Thanks, Jordan.
What about you?
Well, they're bought, so they won't be waiting one round. Jordan, I
Yep.
think they've really taken your innovation here, and they've gone slow B.
They've gone Contact B. Contact B with Chelios on the SG. Look, it's worked.
They get 1 kill, the round isn't even over. Look, it's worked.
I might as well be an IGL. What do you mean it hasn't worked? They've got bomb down. They've got player advantage. They can't lose from here. It's just not possible. Look, All Might's been spotted.
In ANZ champs, it's not possible to lose with a man advantage.
Definitely not. ADK is going to pop flash right through Monster. Panics. You can't see anything. It's free kill for ADK. I'm an IGL genius. Put me on the team. Put me on a team. Danny G's killed All Might.
Daddy G would definitely be on your team.
I don't know. ADK going to kill Plix. Iron probably won't be able to win this one. Not enough time. He's going to jump on the bomb. And Netic should get this one done. He does. Put me on a team. 7-2 is the scoreline. Contact play B every round.
It worked.
Even on Dust 2.
Works.
What else? What other maps are there?
Well, there's a B bomb site on every map.
Yeah,
So.
I'm just thinking what maps there are. Nuke. Contact by B.
How'd you do that?
You just walk. Just walk down vent. Hope no one's watching it.
Good work. Maybe.
Medic might be in trouble here. Ooh.
Oh.
Well, Panic's going to be able to capitalize on the damage that was done by Plix, and Valhalla just walks out of Monster Tunnel. So Whiteswing are throwing a bit of a spanner at Rooster here. Chelios is in an awkward spot. Surely All Might gets this kill. Oh, it depends on the timing. Chelios has gone past him. Ships in the night. He just wasn't far enough up the steps to see Chelios' head. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
No one's kidding you, John.
Alright, so if I was the IGL here, I would send Juices to kill All Might and Chelios to kill Iron.
Wow.
No, that's not how it goes.
And that's
Okay.
Counter-Strike, Jordan. That's not how it goes, is usually how it goes.
Well, Juices is not going to be prepared at all for Valhalla here. So that'll be a third round for Whiteswing on their CT side, enough to break the economy of Rooster.
Which will force them to buy.
Pistol
They'd go
armor
B.
and contact play B. But this time, we contact play up short. They'll have no idea.
Yeah, maybe.
Because we got Monster Tunnel twice in a row now. Yeah, we're not contact playing B, apparently. Might be able to overwhelm All Might though. He just does have an or Panic helps out, but it's still a 2-for-1. Chelios is definitely keen to upgrade his scout. Gets a good shot onto Panic, but not enough to kill him. That'll give Juices the chance though. Now Plix is going to run up from Connector. It's just one of those rounds where everyone runs at each other.
You mean every round of this series?
Pretty much.
What do you think of that, CZ?
It's
Pretty
red.
cool.
It's red. You know what would be cool? What would really be cool is if Counter-Strike.
Finger gun on a skin.
Okay, that was one, but it would be on the dual Berettas. But if Counter-Strike had like a paint thing where you could like go into a gun painter and paint your own gun, I guess you'd probably get a lot of inappropriate things. But in fairness, we do also have a sticker that literally says dick. So I'm not sure where Valve wants to draw the line. I'm just saying, I think it would be cool to draw my own gun.
What would you draw, Jordan? Tell the class.
I don't think you have to ask. You already know. I've got 2 stickers ready to put on it.
I don't actually know. Could you tell us all? Oh.
I'm paying my friend Ollie Tierney's salary is all I'm saying.
Ah. Not getting paid one at the moment, I don't think, so
Nope.
definitely use it.
That's a nice round from Wideswing. 5 guns alive. Starting to look a little bit more salvageable. But I mean, already Rooster's on 7 on the T side, so it's like, job done. No worries.
Well, it's either their B rush works or it doesn't work.
Mate, if it works 7 times, that's good enough.
You're not wrong. That was MC's logic when he played me. Acting connector against an AWP. Timing. Oh, the pre-fire from 2 different players. What do you even do? You don't.
Just stop playing the game. Which is what All Might's going to have to do for the next couple of minutes.
We're going to see the new innovation, Jordan. Go connected to B.
Yep. Contact play up short.
Just look at him. Look at him go.
B-side experts.
They are kind of just running in here to
Um,
very, very far ahead of the rest of Rooster.
Well, Valhalla's not going to be able to get too much done. If Chelios can survive for another couple of seconds, things should be okay. And he can, because he's killed Panic. Plix is now the last alive for his team. And won't last too much longer past that either. 8-5, another good round from Rooster. Only a couple left in the half here, but like, there's a very real possibility that we could still end up at 10-5. And that's kind of unbelievable.
Kind of poggers, as you would say.
Yeah.
Do or die here for wide swing. This is for a chance not to get 10-5. If they lose this one, they're going to get soft reset in the last round of the half. Nightmare. Just goes straight through it. Madman.
Why not? When you can do that?
They're into a 3-on-3. And with a minute 20 on the clock, you've got to think that that favours the T's. Surely.
You gotta, but they have also left the bomb. So if for some reason Chelios doesn't get these kills, someone's going to have to go and get that because the other two are on long.
There's no way they walk through the short B smoke twice in one round, right?
That's true. But they do.
Is that one of your calls, Jordan?
Maybe. Or might in connector. I find it so funny that the bomb's still not, like, in anyone's possession. They've got the A site through B. And Danny G's now having to go back and get the bomb solo. Like, imagine for some reason he dies to All Might here. Like, imagine All Might's just watching from Monster Tunnel or something for some reason. Would that be not hilarious?
No. Probably
No?
cause me, like, physical pain.
Anyway, the bomb's going to go down. So it should be around here for Rooster. And All Might would very much like to save his AWP here. Did they fix that mega boost in, I'm sure they must have, right? The one that like Tai Lu was doing, I don't know how long ago it was, like 6, 12 months ago in connector, up the very top. They would have, right?
On top of the light?
Yeah, in connector.
You run boost on top of the light?
I can't remember, was it on top of a light?
Yeah, I don't think they fixed that.
I haven't fixed that?
I'm not sure. That would be an MC question.
Like, I'm talking at the very top of connector.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the run boost on top of the light. Checkmate, Danny G. Whatever that was.
Anyway, we're going to take a look at the Western Union money tracker. And you can track and transfer your money all around the world with Western Union because they have thousands of locations all over the place. How fantastic is that? 44,300 for Danny G earned and 43,200 for Panic spent. Panic's all the way down to 0. He spent and earned as much equally. Either way, we go into the final round of the half, and Valhalla is going to do a number to his opponents with a deagle. MP9 for Plix is shooting P's at the moment, and Chelios, well, he's not going to survive this, surely not. 1 versus 3. 9-6 will be the result at the end of the half.
4K with the deagle. Nice counter flashes.
Yeah, either way, I think you're happy with that, though, as Rooster. They've gone B, I would say, probably 13 out of those 15 rounds, and they've got 9 rounds from it. So, look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as far as I'm concerned. Well done.
I think Wide Swing would do well to go for a very similar approach.
Into the second half pistol round, Chelios is going to spot some early information and do a little bit of damage, but not anything to really write home about. Has more to deal with, and he does that very well indeed. Panic and Valhalla deleted out of the connector. It's a very split T round from Wide Swing, and so there's no one really to trade them down, which means 5 versus 3.
Untradeable. Easy one taps for Chelios. What a wide swing do in the 3-on-5. Do have one set of util. That a 2-on-5. Like very clean shooting from Rooster. Didn't drop a single player. Easy as you like. 10-6.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what happens when you lose 2 players at the start of the round, I guess. Looking pretty good here for Rooster to close the map out now with that pistol in their back pocket, but they do need to ensure that they negotiate the next round pretty comfortably, build the CT economy up. An AUG for Chelios immediately. I mean, M4's out as well, so it's not like they're messing around here, Rooster.
ADK is messing around in party too long, which has got many a CT killed on an anti-eco round. Gonna give a Famis over to All Might. No utility here for the T's.
Oh, this should be a free farm for Chelios, or it should not.
How about armor?
All Might with the Famas shuts him down. Juice is in trouble, but he gets a hold of the spray well. Looked scary for a moment, but once you see those first 2 go, and he resets the spray, it's all good in the hood for Rooster, 11-6. They do keep the AUG through as well. So ADK is going to be the only one with a weaker weapon, unless he got a drop, which I don't think he did. So it's just an MP9, but not too bad. And wide swing with their first gun round of the second half. An important gun round in ensuring that Rooster don't run away with this. Energy's going to drop the early Molotov to ensure that no one's rushing through the monster tunnel. Valhalla quick up into short water, but he's on his own. Needs to be a little bit careful here. Netic is going to jump spot. We've seen quite a few players who are the jump spotters for their team, designated jump spotters, having some pretty rough times. Funnily enough, it was Panic last time I was watching Overpass at least. But
I remember
not too bad.
the tale of Herbs, the man who was picked and naded multiple times.
Yeah. Well, Chelios, that's a bit of a masterclass on bathrooms. Wash your hands, everybody.
I don't know if that's something, if that's the statement you necessarily would be proud of, but...
Well, he's gone in, done his business, washed his hands for a minute, and everyone's happy. Except Plix. Plix wanted a turn as well. He was busting. 2 versus 4 though. So even though it's a nice clean kill from Plix, I'm not sure how much that does in alleviating much of the pressure that is on wide swing right now. Valhalla looks to creep forward into Monster Tunnel alone. And I mean, essentially what's going to have to happen here for wide swing is that they'll need to win a few individual aim duels, which isn't going to be easy. Valhalla's down and the bomb's been spotted. So Plix is going to have to pretty much run. He's got 15 seconds. Danny G's going to hear him, but it's a good shot from Plix. Can't get the second on the trade though, and so that's a solid enough round for Rooster. They've also gone and retrieved the AUG there for Chelios, so 12-6. This was really nice.
Clean shooting. See if they can keep the anti-eco as clean as some of those aim duels they were winning. Chelios as he spots them running through Fountain. We'll give the AUG over to the T's. See if they're going to get anything done with it.
Not a bad start for Juices up here on the A site. Wasn't a huge amount of pressure on him, to be honest. But the AUG could always still be dangerous. That grenade's gone a little bit too far. A bit too much of an arm there onto Juices. But ADK, around the back. This should be pretty straightforward for him. They've actually lined up and made his job even easier, but All Might flicks around. Nice headshot from the Deagle, making the round expensive here for Rooster. Those nades are just good enough, but not quite.
How classic is that?
What?
You're not allowed to plant on A, Jordan.
No.
You'll get airstriked.
No. Yep.
There's only one bomb site on this map.
13-6.
Technical pause, as we have dropped a player.
You don't love to see that.
All I'm saying is I see 9 people in the server and there's one name missing.
Yep. Which one is it?
Panic.
Panic at the Disco. Don't panic. He'll be back. Yep. I was going to say, I guess we're playing 4v5, but turns out he is in the server. There's the HUD updates. 13-6. Well, Wide Swing might be about to draw their last breath in this match and potentially in this season as well. Depending on how this gun round goes. Bad tree.
Sometimes people hide behind that.
I just think he wasn't happy with the tree. Ooh. Nice little peek through the smoke there from Valhalla. But Iron is caught on the other side of the map. Panic is in a difficult spot here. Should get traded, in fact.
Not sure why
I'm not
80k
sure.
let his teammate die.
Yeah, I'm not sure that necessarily needs to go that way for Rooster, but anyway.
Now he's kind of stuck in con. Juice has still got an AWP for himself. 80k seems to have bigger fish to fry than Counter-Strike.
Yeah. He's still got his knife out. I'm wondering if he's DC'd.
Maybe Mum's giving him a big kiss.
Oh, no, he's got his gun back. Nedic in the meanwhile has gone down though, so that's the B bomb site that's going to be probably cracked open here. All Might does catch 80k. Altogether a very weird round, I'll say there.
This
Not sure
round
what
is
was going
very weird. Would not disagree. Juice is just going to try and hold on to his AWP. Some decent money for some of these CTs, Jordan.
Yeah.
And they got plenty of rounds to play with, plenty of opportunities to build up that loss bonus. Ooh, I like that one. With the car. Hey, Jordan.
Yep.
It wasn't more like 80k, it was more like AFK in that round.
You just changed one letter in his name and made it funny. I like that one.
Rooster's brought up here.
Well, Valhalla's in a good spot to potentially deal with Danny G. I think he would have spotted him out there, but he goes alone. All Might does trade down for Juices though, so it's still numbers advantage for Wide Swing, and Danny G's kind of stuck. He can't cross back. So he needs to be a little bit careful with what he does here. All Might is going to be prompted to take the shot on the shoulder peak. So now at least Danny G knows the trouble that he's in. He's waiting, he's baiting. Then it gets around behind. All Might had no idea. And it was actually a big brain gameplay from the man Danny G.
Expect nothing less from him.
Well, Wide Swing is going to creep their way up onto the A-bomb site for now. It's a good early rotate coming across from Rooster. 80k's copped a fair chunk of damage off of that molly, but still, with a numbers advantage here. This could be doable for Rooster. A couple of flashes available to them as well. That smoke certainly is holding them at bay. And they're going to all elect to go in through bank. Surely not. Seems like that might be the case. ADK is going to let Danny G go first. Nedic needs to trade here, and he does. But they still have one more to find, and that's Panic. This is definitely winnable, though, for Panic. And with an AK, he almost does it. Good win, though, for Nedic as he grabs himself the AWP in celebration. And 14-7.
He just missed it because he picked up the ult.
No, he didn't have a defuse kit.
But if he hadn't picked up the ult, I think he would have had enough time.
Oh, he would have absolutely had enough time. And he would have still probably been able to go back and get the AWP as well. I can't believe that. That's an ANZ Champs moment brought to you by Elfish Guy and Pilly and MC. What? When was the last time you saw that? Like, almost never.
He's gone and coosted it.
Yeah. Hey, at least they got the AWP.
Sure. Gonna buy pistols around that ult.
Well, maybe they can still win as a result. Maybe the AWP is more important than the round.
You could have had both.
Why not both?
But Queno Lastos.
That's true. Well, the AWP no longer exists in the possession of Chelios, so it is going to have to be the pistols. Danny G holding close on the angle. This is doable, yeah. Pre-fires around the corner. He's losing his teammates, though, on the other side of the map. Panic's definitely doing a number to him. Eagle in hand. Nedic just not able to calibrate onto the head, so this time it won't be an AWP. It'll be an SG that's going to be attempted to save through. Oh, it just gets things closer and closer, doesn't it? 13-9. Still a chance here for Wide Swing. What do you reckon? Oh, it doesn't look like it, but in reality, they're not that far out of it.
Good loss bonus built up for Rooster here, and let's be real. Wide Swing, they haven't got into double digits yet. They're still on 9. There's still buy potential for Rooster in this next round. Maybe not. Thought they had more loss bonus than they did. They're going to have to save, Jordan. Going to have to take a save.
Yeah. I mean, they took pistol armor last round. Oh, well.
They're buying.
They are going to buy. There is buy potential, apparently.
I don't like it, but they're going to do it.
You don't have to like it, Billy. You just have to watch it. Are we M4s for a couple, SG for Mus, and
I've never heard anything more accurate.
importantly, the alligator. Juices.
The Juicy Gator.
Juicy Gator. It's not holding a bad angle for it. I mean, there's not that many places, I think, on Overpass that you can make it work. Maybe Connector. But I suppose here on the B site, you do find quite a lot of close-range duels. He's waiting. He's waiting for Valhalla. Oh, come on. You can see it's going to happen here. Oh, it was so close. Oh, no. Chelios is dead. Surely. Oh, now he's going to grab the M4. Well, that was disappointing.
That's a slow crawling place from Wide Swing. I think Panic's timed out again. Probably not ideal.
He's
No, he's just lining up his flash.
Just lining up the flash.
Oh, he's back.
Oh. Slow and steady wins the race for Wide Swing. They've got 30 seconds and they're still not executing into the bomb site. They're going to have to go. Flash is in. Danny G, he'll be aware that something's happening. Juices will call that for him, but Valhalla just runs him down, runs over him. And now it's on to Juices, who gets cleaned up as well. What on earth is happening? That
Don't even need
they
Panic.
just ran into the bomb site and they killed everyone.
Job Panic.
Valhalla's copped some damage from that molly. 80k would have heard that. And he's very prepared to find this kill and sneak an AK out. Oh, jeez.
Big round from Valhalla.
Yeah. It's probably the best round I've seen from Valhalla in ANZ Champ so far.
Absolutely.
Those were some mean entries. Tech pause for wide swing.
Gamer.
I don't think this map's going to be over anytime soon.
Nope.
Pistols only for Rooster. Yeah, look. I don't know what to say about this game. Both teams win their opponent's map pick. Now we go to overpass, where Rooster was up something crazy, 9-6, then they won pistol. Now we're at 13-10. They've had their economy reset. And they've lost a round that they really should have won to put them up 14-8. Now we're at 13-10. What's going on tonight? What's going on this season? Something's happening. I don't understand. Tell you what though, if you want reliability, Western Union is where you should go. They can send you money all over the world to thousands of locations, and you can track and transfer it all the way until it's picked up. Take a look at the Western Union money tracker as well, as the teams start to put their money all over the place. Valhalla will end up being the one who has earned the most money, but All Might has spent the most. 24,000. So a bit of cash in the back pocket there for Valhalla to play with, which is really good to see for wide swing. Either way, we go into round number 24. And it's just going to be a pistol armor buy for Rooster. That's one way to start. Although Netic, I'm sure, would have liked to have gotten both. And he had the opportunity there as well. Panic pretty much walked into his crosshair. Just a little bit off.
Pretty quick trade. But as far as it goes, pistol armor for rifle armor and utility, probably pretty happy. It's good damage.
Wait, can you still see the, what was that through the smoke? Like, I saw like lights. Was that their police car lights through the smoke?
Yeah, you can see lights through the smoke.
Very strange.
Actually, on some maps, I don't know if they fixed it or not, but on some maps, like Inferno, you know how they have the lights in the ceiling?
Yeah.
If there's a smoke down and a T or a CT walks between you and the line of sight of the light, then it
See the
goes
light go
dark.
dark.
Yeah, the light goes off.
Yeah.
Because they're in front of it.
But
and
is
then
there
you
even
can shoot.
is there even light spot where that smoke was? Because I swear there's not. Is it on that
Juice is
truck
gonna win
out the
this
front of the
round.
bank? Nah, 2v1. Don't get too excited. Oh, well there you go. Goodbye for Rooster for the first time in a little while. Is it going to be goodbye to Rooster though? After this map, wide swing. Can they do the unthinkable? Reverse sweep Rooster after losing 16-2 on Mirage. As the underdog as well, that would be pretty impressive.
A lot of long control, but doesn't really get them anywhere when Chelios picks on the off angle there. Down a man. Bomb still in T-spawn. Wide swing's got to find a way to do something here.
All Might's trying to work an angle into B, eventually just backs off.
Bomb's still in spawn, boys.
That has been a tendency of this map. Both teams have at time left the bomb in T-spawn. Danny G does a good job onto Valhalla, who copped a flashbang from Juices, and there's another one. It's just like a sense of deja vu. Juices also gets himself a kill as well. So not only a support player. 13 to 11 is very quickly going to turn into 14 to 11. Money is decent enough for Wide Swing here to buy through in the next, but they are starting to run out of rounds to play with now, Pili. And really need to ensure that they win the next couple in a row, break the CT economy, potentially get it back to 14-14, and then work from there.
Must-win round for Rooster. I mean, for Wide Swing.
Rooster would like to win the round as well.
That's true. Gotta love the Thug Life sticker on that Dragon Ball.
Look, if there's one
Mwah.
person that I associate with the Thug Life, it's definitely Chelios.
True. Just look at that. Carefree. Easy money.
Easy money in the bank. There goes Panic. Maybe it is starting to become time to panic for Wide Swing as well. Jump spot from Netic. He'll spot the player out on short order. Blix books it up long. I don't know about that. He would have copped some damage from the molly, and ADK was prepared for the aim. Jewel Smoke goes down. He got himself an AK. Danny G's pushed out from Monster. It just seems like all across the map, Wide Swing have decided to do their own thing, and Rooster have just come up a little bit better. Iron on his own will fall to Chelios. 15-11. That is match point now.
Terrible money for the T's. 2K for 2 of their players. The rest have 3K. Definitely can't put anything together here. That is too substantial, so they're going to have to get it done with Galils, SMGs, pistols. It's going to be difficult.
Definitely not going to be easy. Well, Rooster have their best opportunity now to finish the series off and knock Wide Swing out of ANZ champs. The grenade is going to be perfectly placed. You can really just see it coming now, can't you? Danny G dancing around on the bomb site, gets rid of one, juices another, and the players start to fall for Wide Swing. It's 3 versus 2. Not over just yet. Iron's got himself a Galil, a UMP for All Might. But now it is all just onto All Might, who won't be able to get it done. He's been good today. But that will be the last you see of Wide Swing in ANZ champs for Season 10. Rooster are our series winner, and they progress on in that lower bracket. They'll go on to face Chiefs. It's been a decent night from both Chiefs and from Rooster, but not without their flaws. Either way, we do get to the end, essentially, of Season 1 tomorrow, and that's where we're going to find out which of the remaining teams will be going through to the not the LAN finals. Almost said LAN finals. I've already been pulled up on that tonight. It is online finals now, but yeah, we'll see who goes through to finals for ANZ Champs Season 10. And I mean, look, it's still kind of up in the air based on the results that we've seen tonight. It is going to be Chiefs and Rooster playing against each other. I'm not so sure how that is going to go, if I'm being 100% honest.
Yeah. Again, form base completely up in the air. Comes down to a lot of factors that you can't necessarily predict based off previous results. I have a feeling it'll be a pretty good game, though.
Yeah, I'd have to say so as well. Looking forward to seeing how that one does pan on out. We had another 6 maps tonight. It always seems to be the case that we do get those long series, Pili. Obviously, we're looking forward to seeing how finals goes. You can still go and keep an eye on that as well when you keep your eye on ESL Australia on Twitter. Make sure you get involved in those conversations. Always nice to see you guys getting involved in the polls as well. We do like to have a bit of a chat about those. And so far tonight, both of them have been right. Chiefs were 70% as I recall, and Rooster were about 80%. But it was a 2-1 on both accounts, so it wasn't exactly the quickest of affairs for either. And we did see a lot of maps that went through to 16-14s, but no overtimes.
No overtimes this time around. Definitely 30 rounds, a bit more back to normalcy. But, you know, we've still got a couple more games left in the ANZ Champs, so there's plenty more time for that, Jordan.
Yeah, definitely. Having a look here at the bracket, Airborne and Ground Zero in the upper bracket there, Chiefs and Rooster down in the lower bracket. So those are the 4 remaining teams that are sticking around here for the ANZ Champs. Obviously 2 spots is all that's left here for those remaining teams that can go through to the finals, and we do still have tomorrow to play to find out whether or not we're going to be seeing some of those teams from the upper bracket, some of those teams from the lower bracket through to the finals. We're not sure just yet, but that is it for us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to bid you a very good night, but of course we will be back tomorrow same time as usual, 6:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, right here on ESL Australia. See you then.